Yeah, that's what he did. Had me messed up, like, he saved from up there where y'all at. He saved from New York. Well, upstate.
Upstate New York? Nah, we don't claim that.
Oh, screaming at the top of your lungs don't make you that guy. Try to watch my style and replay it, don't make you fly. Don't take a break, cause the fake like the snake. When the big dog away, all they do is clout chase. When I enter the room, all they do is bout face. Put them lions on my back, then ball with the minister. Side put me on now, everybody wanna mimic you. Yeah, I thought I told you we the toughest here. We be on the scene, niggas screen our shit. We the toughest you done seen, we the big boy clique. If he really want smoke, I pull up with him. Toughest environment, smoke city. I can tell by your energy, you ain't really woke. He showed up to debate, but he choked. No money in his pocket, boy broke. Shit, the only thing he can teach is hope. Kill a spider, drown a fish, stomp a roach, do something. But don't come on sa.neter with the stunt. Everybody over here getting money. Touche hit me up, told me gon' run it. Guess I'm Carl Lewis. You looking dumb foolish. Nigga way upstate making soft music. Boy, this the toughest environment, show you how to do it. Mr. Toughest environment, show you how to do it. We be on the scene, niggas screen our shit. We the toughest you done seen, we the big boy clique. If he really want smoke, I pull up with him. Toughest environment, smoke city. I can tell by your energy, you ain't really woke. He showed up to debate, but he choked. No money in his pocket, boy broke. Shit, the only thing he can teach is hope. We be on the scene, niggas screen our shit. We the toughest you done seen, we the big boy clique. If he really want smoke, I pull up with him. Toughest environment, smoke city. I can tell by your energy, you ain't really woke. He showed up to debate, but he choked. No money in his pocket, boy broke. Shit, the only thing he can teach is hope.
Oh, yo, what's that? All right, I know what's going on. Got me on replay. First thing I'm eating this morning, got some oatmeal, raisins, get it in. Got some oatmeal with raisins, good. But yo, check it, man. This is the video that got Nature Boy doing time in prison for life. Yeah. Now, I never meant it to be like that. I didn't know that these goddamn police and the judge and all of them was going to use my goddamn video. I didn't know that. I didn't know that the girl testifying was going to use my goddamn video. So I don't want y'all saying, yo, man, I ain't doing no shows on Stop sending niggas to the prison. Yo, this the video that got Nature Boy locked up for life, man. With his own doing, of course. Because the nigga don't know how to get serious. Oh, you said look like grits? Nah. This oatmeal, man. This oatmeal, baby. This ain't no goddamn grits. This oatmeal. With raisins, man, This is oatmeal up in here, man. Ain't no grits. So, yeah. This is the video that, I'm gonna tell you, this boy is a real actor, man. He's a hell of an actor, too. He could have really made something of himself by acting, doing comedy and shit. But he had no respect for the women around him that gave him that power. You know, some people don't know how to use the power they get. You know? Some people is not ready for that. They take advantage of that. And so I ain't gonna talk your ears off. So here's the video. Let's get to it. Let's get right to it.
Medicine is in her body.
So let me ask you a question, brother.
What's up?
Being that you know how important and powerful that black woman is, why do you constantly shame her live on the air, constantly beat her down, and you do it on camera? It's like you call the cameraman to come on over here, get this, make sure you get this, look at it, and then you begin to call her a hoe, a bitch, a slut. And then when you get mad enough, brother, you even make them fight each other, brother. Is that what a king in rulership supposed to do, or a god is supposed to do? I would like for you to address that.
Well, actually, no. A god wouldn't make them fight. A god wouldn't call them names. A god would actually kill them. But I've been more than merciful. So listen, what's important about it is that our women are goddesses beyond their imagination. And I refuse to take this, what white supremacy has done to my goddess. I know I will curse your ass out until you reach my standards that I know you can be. I will not accept this shit. No, I want my woman back. I know who I am, and I know this ain't my shit. And I want my woman back, and I want my land back.
Hey, let's talk about the woman, the first lady, man, Velvet. Is there a possibility of Velvet coming back home with her little king in her arms, man? Let's talk about Velvet for a minute and the pain she went through. Why would she want to come back?
Did he say velvet? Did he say velvet? He said velvet. Give me my heart. Right? Not of that color. Like this.
What are you smoking, by the way, man?
A herb.
What excuse me. That's another thing. Him and young Pharaoh, man, I don't know what the hell they got a hold of, and that smoke, whatever they smoking, I don't know what the hell they mixing it with, but they done lost their goddamn rabbit ass minds, man. All of them, both of them niggas. They done lost their goddamn wigs, bro. This nigga smoking. What are you smoking, by the way, man?
A herb.
What kind of herb is that? What they call it?
Not the one you smoke. Something a little bit different.
Uh-oh.
But I know a friend that knows a friend that knows a friend. Let's talk over air. He said no. Right? Let me bring the camera in. Close to my face. I want to tell him a story. Ready? Water me. Water me. Rest was so good. Do we have more in the fridge? We have more? Oh, I need a little bit right now. Can you bring me some?
Do you remember the question, brother?
Yes, you were telling me about, you were saying something about Velvet.
Yes, the first lady, Velvet.
The story of that.
As far as her coming back. Hold on, calm down, brother. As far as her coming back, is there a possibility that you think Velvet might be coming back with her little seed, with her king, regardless of all the pain she went through, the hell she went through because she came here and told everybody. So I'm just going by what she was saying, brother. So I'm gonna leave that up to you and let you address that.
Okay. Before the white man got here, we had a way of living. Without the prison system here, the black man rules the earth.
This nigga bugged out, boy. This nigga is crazy. He could have really took his career somewhere if he would have took it serious, and you could have been a goddamn comedian.
Chief. And see, then, our woman didn't disrespect us because, why? There was no one else but us to protect her. So there was a different mindset. And a woman would never think in her mind to ever cross her chief because she knew that her chief protected and provided for her. And if she would betray her chief, take his child. If a woman disrespect a chief, we eat her. We eat her, not abuse her. Eat her. You come to our tribe and you betray the chief. Oh, if white supremacy wasn't here, we would feast. Yeah, it's because we're cats. You see that? I'm a panther. That's what the fuck I am. I can't hold it. We're all cats. Every one of us. All of you. You come from Egypt and you're all cats. All you black people. All you gay people. You know the feminine shit? All of that shit is just cat. It's cat. It's catty. It's cat, nigga, because you a cat. This is me. This is you.
Now you did say we're gonna get Nature Boy.
Finish what I'm saying.
You said we're gonna get Nature Boy tonight.
Listen.
Not 3 God.
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Your woman is not your woman. Your woman is your enemy. If white supremacy was not there, your woman wouldn't be calling themselves independent.
So is that why you treat them the way like that? Because you feel that they are your enemy, sir?
I am a chief. Even if white supremacy is here, I am still a chief. I do not care. You will not disrespect me. I am a chief. It is enough that she is still breathing. White people are the only reason she's... You understand me? And now, I have to tell you something. In the mind of the chief, if your queen betray you, it is punishable like death. And the child, because the child might grow up like its mother and betray you. So there will be no more velvet. And her child, they are not allowed here anymore. This is not Nature Boy.
We're going to try to get out of him Nature Boy, man, and hopefully he can get serious and answer some questions, family. We don't have no control over what he got going on over there. The views and opinions of those that speak here are not the views and opinions of us. So just understand, I'm here to give you some content. And I know a lot of y'all going to get content off of this probably tomorrow or tonight. So don't hate the messenger. Don't hate me. I'm just here to give you the information. And I'm trying to get some serious questions out. You know, I'm trying to get to some serious questions. So bear with us.
Yes. Yo, that was crazy.
Powerful.
They said that was powerful, man.
Powerful.
What?
But he just did perform.
Dry. I swear to God, like.
Well, I just want to say, this is information.
Every time after my mouth be dry.
Give him a second to say
My
one
mouth
thing.
dry.
He's not talking to us. He's not even talking to us. So I just want to say, I want to let you know that this is very important that we reveal this information. Just let you see. I know you watch him all the time, but some of our audience don't watch him, and this is what's actually going on. This is very serious. So I encourage everyone to be aware, be supportive, and don't keep your eyes closed to what's happening over there with those people.
No, what's up, my brother? Are we ready to get it in now? The way you treat the woman, dear brother.
Yeah.
What's up with the constant abuse of the sisters that's there? Every time they leave, and they end up leaving, running away, and then they call themselves exposing you.
They didn't hear none of that I said. You didn't hear.
No.
You didn't hear none of that.
I heard it, but I want you to get serious now. Let's get serious
Okay.
now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why the constant abuse, brother, with them beautiful women you got around you? That's all I'm asking you.
The woman I have with me?
Yes, sir. Do I have to show video footage to remind you, brother?
Yo, am I being investigated?
Sounds like an interrogation to me.
Yo, nigga,
Yeah, it is an interrogation.
To me. I'm sorry. I'm I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being investigated.
You are.
Yo, I gotta be being punked right now. Niggas is asking me questions cops ask you, right? Hey, yo, son, y'all niggas is trying to set me up. Yo, y'all the feds? Bro, really? Y'all wearing wires? Yo, my man, you wearing a wire?
We're calling for the psychology.
Oh!
Play the video, sa.neter.
Yo, y'all making me feel
Please,
like
please, King.
I feel
Please,
like I'm
King.
being interrogated or something. Nah, but go ahead. Ask me another question, officer.
All right, come on, brother. You know ain't no officers
go
over
ahead.
here.
Ask me the questions, bro. Go ahead.
Yo, brother, you said that you was going to be able to answer questions tonight. You said that, brother.
I did. Go ahead.
And I also said I'm going to let you speak, and I'm going to let you, and I'm going to let you get it out, brother. If you're not, feeling powerful enough to answer these little questions, you said you're going to be able to answer them.
Bro, go ahead. Ask me the next question, man.
All right, I want to not just ask you. I'll probably be better off showing you, brother. So let's go with it.
Put it up. Put the thing up. Where was that? Are you going to hold it? Okay, fine.
No, we don't hear.
Get him, Malia. Get him, Malia. Get that ass, Malia.
We don't hear the audio
Malia.
where he's calling her bitches and hoes.
Beat that bitch ass, Malia. Get her ass, Malia. Malia, you better whip her ass too. And you better whip her ass. And I told her not to hit you with that stick. And then that she broke the rules. She broke the rules. You broke the rules, and you should have never picked that stick up because we said no sticks. You bit her, you lost, and that's why she's queen. And
sa.neter, why are you letting him do the audio? Why are you letting him do the audio, King?
Malia defeated the queen in Mexico at the waters. Oh, you remember that? Oh, yeah. Oh,
why are you letting him
battling? Stop! Right!
Yeah, play it back. Let them hear what he was saying. He doesn't want them to hear it.
Shut up! Malia! Shut up! Malia! What I say? Malia, what I say? Break! Malia, I said shut the fuck up. Nana, you ready? Control? Alright, Malia, control yourself or you get smacked. Or you get rolled out. Don't fucking get rolled out. Hey yo, if you don't act, you get rolled out. You gonna get rolled out. Hey yo, Afro, if the bitch don't break, roll that bitch out. Fool! Hey yo, no, when I say break, I mean break, or they gonna fuck you up. I'm not playing.
I'll make sure they don't give them
straight up. Hey yo. Don't let them hit no rocks. Nothing. Y'all ready? Fight!
Why did you surround me with this love? Do you care whether you live or you die?
So,
the golden, she's damn near orange. She's a golden lady. Get a close up and look at her soon, nigga. Look at her.
Are you going to answer these questions, man? Why are you making these women, these young, beautiful ladies, why are you making them like they dogs, like they animals, like they savages, brother? And you sitting up there, you don't even respect the power that's given to you right now. And you misusing the power that you have. And so you got these sisters out there acting like dogs and animals, brother.
He said to trigger other interviewers to want to interview. That's also good. I designed this thing so cool.
Are you going to answer the question, my brother? You got the light. The shine is the light is on you right now.
You this whole time you had me on mute.
Go ahead, talk to me.
I'm not going to repeat that. You're going to have to go find that somewhere else. But I am broadcasting in other places.
You couldn't have been talking to me because I was playing a video, brother. So I didn't hear you. I was playing the video.
No, that wasn't in the contract. I already said what I had to say. You had me playing a video of some silly stuff. I've answered your question while you were playing on your technology. Put this up, baby. Put your things up.
Talk to us about Nepal. You want to ask a question real quick?
Yes, I would like to ask the question about these sisters who have gone on like Velvet and Interi, and they've said that you actually teach that sperm is the best way for women to learn. Actual semen in the anus and in the mouth is the best way for women to receive information. They really don't even have to go to college. Can you explain that to our audience and why you say that?
Are you asking me about my sperm?
No, I didn't ask you that. I asked you why that is your philosophy for women. Get your mind out of the gutter. Can you answer the question? King, would you like to address? I'm gonna mute out because he's starting to flash. I'll go ahead and mute out King and you can talk to him. Please.
All right, brother. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and let you talk, man. I'm gonna let you talk. I promise to give you your 3 minutes to talk to the people, bro. Because I see you not answering the questions again, brother.
I appreciate you, sa.neter.
Go ahead. You could flow.
sa.neter, you a rich motherfucker, bro.
Brother, I don't want to hear nothing about
you. Said you gave my
it's,
3 minutes. It's
about you man. Right now, my brother.
Stop talking in my 3 minutes. You breaking the laws. I'm in
brother, I don't want to hear about me, brother. The people are concerned about you.
My 3 minutes, you gotta let me burn. I can say whatever I want in these 3 minutes. You agreed to that.
No, it don't work like that. This is his house.
You running his mouth?
No, I'm telling you, like your bitches fight for you. I fight for him.
I'm talking to sa.neter. Why you?
I fight for my minute.
All right, hold on.
Yeah. They fight for you. They fight for you. I fight for him, bitch.
Why you running?
Yo, chill.
Sorry,
hey,
baby.
You gotta relax.
I will. I'm sorry. He got me. They fight for him, King. He'll sick them on somebody. Watch out, nigga. Watch all out.
What I'm getting, son.
It looked like you got a bunch of insecure women around you, brother, who have no fathers, who have no daddies, who have no fathers, brother. Look at you. You just told one, shut the fuck up, bitch, bro. Or I know you ain't talking to a man like that. You talking to one of them niggas? You talking to one of them niggas you got like that?
I'm sorry.
Come on, brother. I don't want to get turned up. I'm trying to give you a little respect here, brother. I don't want to bring Frankie out. You know what I'm saying? I want to get the interview going with the brother, man. Because the people want to hear from him.
Tell it, King. Nigga,
the people want to hear from him, so I'm trying to be respectful a little bit.
Smoke up, bitch. Smoke up and chill.
You know what I want to hear?
See, brother, you ain't here to teach. You got 2,000 people.
I am here to teach if you let me talk.
You got 2,219 people in here, my brother. Right now, you can get the people, brother. You ain't no God, man. You ain't no God. You the biggest bitch that we know, nigga. Because you over there taking advantage of little weak ass women, nigga, that don't have a mind of their own. What kind of a fucking nigga are you? What kind of a man are you? Get your bitch ass off of my channel, punk. Get the fuck out of here and grow some balls and be a real fucking man. You ain't no man, nigga. I want to look you in your eyes. Stay your bitch ass right there. You are not a man, and you over there thinking that you got power because you able to rule weak-minded fucking women over there. You able to rule these weak-minded women, and them niggas you got around you ain't nothing but some hoe-ass, bitch-ass niggas. Because don't no real man allow you to do shit like that. They sit around and watch you beat them sisters' ass. They sit their little punk weak ass over there and let you beat up on these women. So all you niggas over there ain't nothing but some gay ass, fake ass, wannabe niggas. Clown ass niggas. Only women would allow you to do that because they self-esteem is already fucked up and you making it worse. You're not helping them. You're not fucking helping them grow and build up their self-esteem. You making that shit worse. You treat them like fucking animals, nigga. You treat them women over there like animals. And Velvet will be a fucking dumbass to even attempt to even knock on that door to come back. Go ahead, roast. It's roasting time now, Nepal. The gloves is off. What you got to say? Go ahead.
I love it. Get him, King. Get this punk nigga over there disrespecting those beautiful young women. Those sisters are beautiful. Sisters, leave this man alone. You are better than that. Run away. Find someone who will support you. This is a low-life nigga over here telling you shut the F up, calling you all kinds of hoes. No, you are golden ladies. Yes, and he is nothing but a turd on the ground. He's a broken little boy. Velvet broke it down, King. She ran away. She said, y'all think he's in charge? He's a weak little boy. He's a weak little boy looking for a mommy. We can't save him. He thinks he can hurt people just because he got hurt. We don't play that. You're not going to come in my king's house, a real God, a real king, and tell him, oh, sa.neter, do this. Nigga, this isn't your place, and sa.neter doesn't need anything from you. He's a legend. You can't build him up. In fact, we're bringing ourselves down to actually entertain your bullshit. We're doing this for the people. Now, you're a garbage can and you said, are you doing anything criminal? I went and took a look at you, nigga. Yes, you're about to get taken down. You're going to be in jail or dead, or you're going to go to jail and get dead, and you're going to get exactly what you deserve because the real power.
Damn, Nepal called it. Yo, Nepal called it. She said you're about to be taken down. You're about to go to jail or dead. Damn. Nepal's right on point. Damn. This is the video that got Nature Boy locked up for life. Now, we didn't know that the lawyers, that the sisters, that the women that was going at him would use our video for him admitting all kind of stuff and talking about fight this and, oh, man. So they used our video. And the sister came on and told us that they used the video, the one that was going back and forth to court.
Sisters, leave this man alone. You are better than that. Run away. Find someone who will support you. This is a low-life nigga over here telling you shut the F up, calling you all kinds of hoes. No, you are golden ladies. Yes, and he is nothing but a turd on the ground. He's a broken little boy. Velvet broke it down, King. She ran away. She said, y'all think he's in charge? He's a weak little boy. He's a weak little boy looking for a mommy. We can't save him. He thinks he can hurt people just because he got hurt. We don't play that. You're not going to come in my king's house, a real God, a real king, and tell him, oh, sa.neter, do this. Nigga, this isn't your place, and sa.neter doesn't need anything from you. He's a legend. You can't build him up. In fact, we're bringing ourselves down to actually entertain your bullshit. We're doing this for the people. Now you're a garbage can and you said, are you doing anything criminal? I went and took a look at you, nigga. Yes, you're about to get taken down. You're going to be in jail or dead, or you're going to go to jail and get dead. And you're going to get exactly what you deserve because the real power that you try to say you are is going to handle your ass.
Right after this video, within a week, he was taken down, man. Now, Paul definitely prophesied on this dude, man. That's crazy.
Runaway sisters, you have support. Brothers out there, run away too. He's calling on the LGBT community, the LGBTQ community, because he thinks he can victimize them because he sees when people are downtrodden and vulnerable, he calls them to that nightmare of a compound that people are in. He holds people's passports. He beats women. He manipulates women with sex. That woman wasn't even probably lactating. He's trying to teach us about breast milk. This Negro has a lot of nerve talking about the black woman is not feminine, and then he's going to try to teach us about breast milk. He said that the male homosexuals and transsexuals are more feminine than women. Run away. Thank you, King, for letting me go. I love this man. I bow down.
Continue, baby. Continue
no,
the roast.
No, you do it better. I bow down to my husband.
we need to just get rid of the nigga because I tried to give him a little rope and he don't know how to act.
He's pulling his pants down. We don't need all that.
Yeah, let me get that out of here.
Yes, investigate this nigga, law enforcement.
Yo, this nigga's a sick motherfucker though, for real.
Facts.
This nigga is sick. I don't know what happened to him. Remember, he said, this is not the regular smoke, Saw, that I'm smoking. So right there is letting you know this nigga smoking some shit that's from fucking Mars some motherfucking where. This nigga is smoking on some shit that's from Mars. You know? And we already know.
He did yesterday. I mean, the other time afterwards, he hit the really pretty one that keeps running away. Well, they're all beautiful. Nintiri, he hit her.
I know. I wanted to get into it, but I wanted to play the video. But the nigga is not. He's not being a man.
Play the videos of her saying how they can't get there.
This is what get me though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got my sister and brother out there watching me. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, y'all, but
you gotta play that video of that sister, please. I'll put the timestamp, please. They're so beautiful and it hurts me. She's saying he wouldn't even let us get treated for the STD that he gave them.
What timestamp is that?
Go in the email and shout out the channel because they said the sister used your stuff too. Sister, we'll get all those sisters. Look at this queen. She escaped and she went back. And then he hit her right after we did the show that we did with him. She probably broke program and he hit her. That's probably what happened. But let's listen to her tell us a little bit about how he makes them.
What's the timestamp?
9:46. It's really long, but go to 9:46. She's going to talk about the disease and how he will not allow them to cure their STDs that he's given them.
Now, you saying she was with him at the time we first did an interview with him?
Yes, and then he hit her the next day.
And that's why she left and did this video? No, right? No.
This was before.
I hold my tongue for at least a month before I came back online. Because this nigga is telling me, don't keep my name out your mouth, but he stay having my name in his. Talking about I'm fucking pregnant, I'm not. Try to respect his ass when he don't deserve a fucking inch of my fucking respect. Not at all. Not at all. And I'm spreading awareness to shit because you guys don't need to go back to that shit. And I don't need to go back to that shit. And I'm holding my ground this time. Fuck a solar, fuck a whatever they got going on over there. Yes, he hit Malia while I was there. And that shit was so traumatic. I didn't witness it, but I heard it. Everyone heard it. My tent was right underneath the balcony when I was downstairs. And she screamed to the top of her lungs. To the top of her lungs, to the point where I woke up out of my sleep and I tapped, and this is when I was with Knowledge. I tapped Knowledge like, yo, listen. And he's beating the shit out of her. That's why hairdresser girl left and warned me before I got there. The day that I got to Puerto Rico, she left because she heard him hitting her, and he had the audacity to lie and say it didn't happen. But she heard it happen, and I heard it happen. The day that I left Puerto Rico, true.
Damn, man. Yo, that's crazy, y'all. What do y'all think about that, man? Anybody would like to talk about something? Y'all ain't got to talk about this issue, but I just wanted to throw the link in the chat in case anybody have any grievances, anybody want to talk to me about anything. Ask me a couple of questions. If I got answers, I'll answer it. Let me know. I'll give it a couple of minutes before I leave. Thumb up the video for your brother. Like the video, y'all. Thumb up the video. So if anybody have any questions, feel free to come on in, hit the link. I will be dealing, somebody wanted me to do another masonry joint. So I called up Professor James Smalls this morning. And Professor James Smalls will be in the building so we can do some masonry, free masonry. So you ask for it, I get it, you know? So nobody would like to hit the link? That was crazy. Hell yeah. Afro Nation Records, shout out to you. That was crazy. All right, nobody want to hit the link? I want to know about the vampire degree. They said ain't no vampire degree. When I was asking the brothers, they act like they didn't know about it. So I don't know. I never even heard of it. So maybe Professor Smalls heard of it. But Professor Smalls was a Mason. I don't know if he still is, but I know he was a Mason. I know Dr. Ben was a Mason. Farrakhan. We had a lot of Masons amongst us. And y'all got to understand, Black Masons and white Masons were totally two different. They different. It's not the same. It's not the same, y'all. So I don't know why y'all brothers out there is afraid of Masons. Black men, you brothers that's, and I ain't gonna say black men because all black men is not like me. I'm not. Black men, y'all be ashamed of yourself being little poo-poo boys, scared to death of every goddamn thing. Oh, he's a Mason, watch out. Oh, get away. Y'all act like little poo-poos, man. Be a goddamn man, bro. Stand for something. Every time I see a brother say, oh no, he's a Mason, you better get, it's like, dude, what you got on, panties, nigga? The fuck? Find out. Interview him, talk to him. But y'all don't do that. Y'all niggas run for cover. It's crazy. You see me, when I seen the Masons, I ran to them and just started asking questions. Y'all niggas is running for cover, ducking and hiding, and nigga, where's your grown man drawers? Take off them panties, bro. I hate to see black men like that. Dr. Khalid always said, and I always use this, he said, if there's one thing I can't stand, is a black man who acts like a white man. But if there's one thing I can't stand worse, is a black man who acts like a white woman. And a lot of you suckers act like white women up in here, man. Peace, what's happening?
Hey, sa.neter, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good. I have a question, and it's a bit controversial, but I want to
No,
ask
if
you.
I can answer it, I'll answer the question.
Well, I want to ask you because I've heard, hey, baby, I've heard content creators say that, and I'm not going to name any names, but I've heard content creators say that you should feel a little bit responsible because you brought Nature Boy along with Young Pharaoh years ago onto your platform, which kind of, brought them bigger light. Well, how do you feel about that kind of, I would say, like, connotation about you going out, being out there.
Well, that's a good question. I like that question. I also bought Dr. Umar, Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh, Seti,
Right.
Nature Boy. One thing y'all got to understand is when they were with me, it wasn't none of that behavior going on. That happened when they left HOK and went on their own way. It don't happen in my community, in my area. Now, when I do an interview with Pharaoh or Seti or Polite, they go about their business. I have no control over a grown ass man, sister. Please understand that. I have no control over Dr. Umar, over none of these people. When they leave my area, when they leave my presence, they on their own. They're not doing that around me. You know? So it boggles me when people try to make me feel like I'm responsible for their behavior. These are grown ass men. I got children, you know? So
And that's exactly, I don't mean to cut you, but that's exactly why I asked you the question, and publicly too, because I felt like you should address it because,
yeah,
like as content creators, bringing somebody on your platform, you don't know what's going to become of them or what type of time they're really on. You know what I mean?
right,
So I appreciate you for being so transparent with it
right,
because when I heard that, I was just like, well, people could say that about me if I brought somebody up and then
right.
they
And
went,
then you find
they
out-
went left.
But check this out though. There was a dude by the name of Solar Mind. You ever heard of him?
No.
Well, Solar Mind, he had a debate league. And they were all over there debating. See, people just pick and choose. They really don't care. They pick and choose who they want to go after and who they want to attack. So Solomon ended up, he had all of them suckers over there following him, and they was all on his channel. And he ended up pulling out his penis on the train and jerking off to a 15-year-old girl and got caught on camera. What did you think they did to him? Nothing. They hid him. They hide him. And these were the same ones that was talking about Polite. That's talking about Nature Boy. That's talking about Pharaoh. You see what I'm saying? So these suckers, these people are fake. They don't care about the young people. They don't really care about the youth because they allowed this nigga to ease on out the community. They don't even say his name. But if Polite name come up, you'll see all the niggas jump on Polite. And he did worse than Polite. He did worse than Polite. Pulled his penis out on a train, jerking it off in front of a 15-year-old girl. And they all let him escape. Let him get out of here. So that's why I don't trust none of these suckers. They fake. They full of it.
Well, I appreciate your transparency. And honestly, I am a fan of the show. I always see you doing a lot of educational things. So shout out to you. Big up to you. Big up to Nepal. I love her. We need more of Nepal. Nepal, if you're in the comments or if you hear this, if you're within the sound of my voice, we need more Nepal. All right. Later. Thank you, sa.neter.
Thank you, sis. King, what up, King Simon?
Hey, people always blaming us for something. Either you or me. Let me tell people, I tell people all the time, I don't regret being a good promoter.
Right.
I don't regret being a good promoter.
Damn right.
But out of all the people I've brought, you got 2 bad apples. That's like a tree. There's always 2 bad apples or 3 bad apples, depending on what you're dealing with. The only thing I regret, I tell you that, so I know that because I thought about becoming an investigator years ago, that I could have investigated people's backgrounds long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we need that in the consciousness. We need spiritual investigators. We need physical investigators. We just need people that can investigate people before we bring them on the channel sometimes. Because we know each other because we've been doing this work for a long time before all of them, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All the names she mentioned, because people called me, Doggy Diamonds called me out and said, all of them you can't blame on King Simon. But even with Polite, I said, the elders, 2 of the elders introduced me to Polite. And then when Sabi said, may he rest in peace, 2 of the elders already passed on, Sabi and the other guy. But when Sabi confirmed that he liked them, that's when I just kept on going with the brother.
Right,
And
you told that story, so yeah.
Yeah, so I know, I tell people all the time, man, you can't pick and choose. Either we're doing good majority of the time, and then there's two bad apples that fall off, and that's what it is, and that's why I think I've learned to forgive myself in certain things, because we should have been able to investigate a lot of these guys, man. I mean, look, I lived in the community with Dr. York before he became, no, matter of fact, while he was becoming Dr. York, I was there in the 80s, and then I left in 88. So whatever happened there after that, I don't know nothing that happened to that. And like you said, men are going to do their own thing. After they left us, they went and did their own thing. We don't know what they did.
Exactly. You can't be responsible for what another man do.
Or woman. Men and women. Because look at all the people you just played with with Nature Boy, all the women and all of that that's following him.
Let me ask you a question. What channel was Bill Cosby? NBC?
Yeah, they tried to buy NBC. Yes, he was part of NBC. Yes.
Oh, so he was playing on NBC, right? Do they blame NBC for Bill Cosby? No, people blame NBC.
You can't blame him.
No, you don't get where I'm going.
I know where you're going. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Bill Cosby on NBC. Well, how come y'all Negroes don't blame NBC for Bill Cosby?
Yeah, look, we can't.
Hold up. What record label is R. Kelly from?
I was just about to say R. Kelly.
Do they blame R. Kelly record label for R. Kelly?
We can't, but we got radio stations that played him heavily, so we can't blame them.
Exactly. Yeah, only black folks do that because they got something against you, or they trying to what they say, clout chase off your name. That's what they do. They try to clout chase.
Yeah, and this is the era of clout chasing right now. I'm sure it's the era of clout chasing. Right now I'm like law of success. I don't give a frick what you say about me. Better just make sure you spell my name right, and you better get it right. You got to get it right. If I got emotional about doing that and going down, just like when it came out about polite
RCA.
Yeah. Oh, the record. Yeah. P. Diddy. Come on, bad boys. I mean, you could keep on going down the line.
I believe, King Simon, that P. Diddy was targeted.
Of course
now,
he was.
I'm not saying he ain't do with some of the stuff. Yeah, he's guilty of some of the stuff, but he was just targeted, man. For real, he was targeted.
Most of them are targeted. Most of them are targeted because of what they said and all the political stuff they started going into. But you got to be able to cover your back. I mean, Polite was in a studio with P. Diddy, so come on now. Was he at the party? I don't know.
No. Right.
I don't know. So it is what it is. Who's this young lady?
Genesis. Genesis, what up, Genesis?
It's so crazy that you bring this thing with Nature Boy up. I had a whole deal very closely. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
With
I can't hear her.
With the individuals once they had left the whole carbonation. Velvet had stayed with me along with Solar and the Tribe Zulu people. So I actually
did Velvet hook up with Solar or get with him?
Yeah, she has a son by him now.
But wasn't Solar Nature Boy man or something, homeboy?
Like right hand, kind of like one of the generals of the group. And
having the back stuff is real as hell.
But they kind of encouraged that kind of thing of like, okay, that was kind of encouraged in the group. Like, if you don't like this one, you go with that one. But that was a very interesting twist when it came to that. But after Nature Boy getting arrested, that Solar and Velvet end up teaming together and having a baby together. But they don't even speak to each other right now. And he also has a baby with Janae.
Each other.
Velvet and Solar, but him and Janae also have a baby. So Solar has a baby with Velvet and Janae. So two of
Is there a way you can still get in touch with Velvet?
She's on Bigo. If you get on Bigo.
What the hell is Bigo?
That's that app. It's kind of a crazy app. It's like a social media app. It's kind of wild, but she's on
you
there.
Don't have her number or nothing.
Yeah, I kind of like lost touch with her. I lost touch with a lot of them once they like kind of left. I like lost touch. But the reason why I came up here is because I really wanted to see if you knew that there's a new cult that came up that's similar to Nature Boy in Scotland. And it is, yeah, it's a new cult called the Kingdom of Kubala, and it recently is in Scotland. And it's a self-styled tribe led by King Athena and Queen Nandi, and they claim to be the lost Hebrew tribe with ancestral rights to the Scotland land.
Oh man, you got to do some stuff on that.
The dude's from Ghana. The king is from Ghana. The queen is from Zimbabwe, and there's a lady named Osnat, aka Akara Tyler, a 21-year-old woman from Texas who joined the group with her young child after being reported missing by her family, and she's referred to as the handmaiden and inferior mistress to the king.
Damn, man. We still don't learn.
It's not. It hasn't stopped. So now there's a new cult that has popped up over there in Scotland. In the
here come a new documentary. There gotta be a new.
They're claiming Hebrew Israelite.
And they claiming to be Hebrew Israelites.
Yes, they're Hebrew Israelites, and they're claiming the land in Scotland. Yeah.
Hey, Genesis. We opening back up the HOK Debate Coliseum. Who would you like to smoke?
What would be the subject? I think I want to.
There's a lot of subjects that Nepal and them was talking about yesterday. You should have been on the channel.
What's the debater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't get to see that live. I didn't know it was going on, but I think I wasn't even doing nothing yesterday. No one sent me a thing that like links.
I'm waiting on my man Dazali. Dazali scared to death. He supposed to have been up in here a long time ago. He keeps saying, "Oh, I want to do this presentation," but I don't get nothing from him. Where he at? Come on, Dazali. I see you in the chat.
Yo, sa.neter, I had Dr. Mukasa Africa on my show yesterday.
I know. You sent me the link. I seen.
Yeah. Remember, he used to debate Wesley Muhammad, all these guys, man. So he's chilling right now, he's just chilling. But he's tired of a lot of people. But he's staying focused, and I'm glad he's staying focused.
Have you heard anything from Baba yet? Baba Heru. Is it going to be a celebration anywhere?
They're looking at November. Ali the Great called me. Ali, Queen of Four's son, called me. They're looking. I told them to go to Alhambra Ballroom because they need a big place that holds like 800 people.
Brother, do you know how much they charge now, bro?
If they use the 5013 religious
501c3,
yeah, they can get because Queen. I think Queen they got that. They got that from back.
Charging $5,000, bro.
Yeah, if they get the 501c3,
debates there.
Huh?
That's why I couldn't do no more debates there. And
you got to get that 501.
And I'm the one that did that because when I first started out, she was charging me $1,800.
Yeah, exactly.
And when she seen the debate on trial and see all of them people, she was like, "Oh hell no! He only gave me $1,800. Oh hell no!" Next day I went back. She talking about 3,000, 4,000, and now it's up to 5 and change, bro.
Now, B did the same thing before too. Come on, remember he went for breakfast. and National Black Theater is about to reopen, so we can look at that again.
Is it theater in there now? Is it? You been in there yet?
They put it there. They're there. That's why they have the symbol right at the building and the condo there. So they put the theater right
in there. Yeah, have you been in there?
Nah, I just seen the building. I'm watching the building. I'm going
to go take a walk in there. I'm gonna have my camera and all that.
When I come back, I'm gonna check it out because I'm gonna go over there. But yeah, Ali looking at doing that because they call me around November the first weekend of November because they're trying to get everybody to come out and get everything.
Ali's still running it.
Ali is gonna be one. Ali the Great is gonna you mean Nabi?
Nabi, yes.
Nabi, yeah, Nabi is still part of the National Black Theater. Yeah, okay. He definitely.
Okay,
yeah, but Ali is the point person for Baba Heru's event, so people look out for that. Him and Moore Jabari, everybody, they're gonna have a whole conversation behind the scenes about what they're gonna do.
Jabari supposed to be doing the opening of the mouth ceremony and all of that.
Yeah, like they did with Dr. Ben. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. That's gonna Baba Heru.
Professor James Smalls who did the opening mouth ceremony for Dr. Ben.
Yeah, that time when we was there, yeah, it was. Yeah, same thing. That was good.
Skin and all that.
Yep, that was powerful.
I spoke to Professor James Smalls today. He's supposed to be coming through tomorrow to do something on masonry.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he knows his stuff when it comes to masonry now. He knows his stuff. Leave that elder alone, man. He's been into every little organization, Baba. Big up to him, man. And we got to give him some honors, man, because I told Baba Heru to write his book, and his son told him, oh, he is a walking book. But if he would have had the book, it still would be making something for his family.
There you go. See, people don't be knowing. They don't be looking at it.
You know.
So I guess I heard that the brother is a craftsman as well, his son.
Yeah.
So Baba taught him a lot of things about, the craft.
But Ramza's son was taught too, but Ramza's son ain't coming out like that. You remember Brother Ramza?
Right.
Yeah, who made Khalid's ring and Farrakhan's ring and everybody else, Malcolm's ring. Bilal is a craftsman, but I don't know if he's coming out. He might be doing it his own way. Let me not say he's not out. He might be doing it his own way. He might not be catering to the nation or consciousness like Ramza did. So,
has anyone talked to Baba Ashura Kwesi?
I did. I spoke to him the other day. He's supposed to come in. Yeah, I'm bringing him to New York in March. He'll be in New York in March because we were supposed to do December, but I'm bringing him to New York in March. He wants to do March instead. He don't want to do the cold. I talked to him. He's good. He just came back from Africa.
So he's still doing his tours, right?
Yeah, him and his wife.
I want to do a debate on whether or not it is feasible to go back to Africa.
Oh, that's a good one. Now, are you saying yes or
America?
No?
I'm saying we should. So whoever wants to say we need to stay here, I want to debate someone on why we should stay here versus go over there.
Oh, you can debate me on that because I say hell no.
Nah, I think we need to have both access to both places.
I don't say hell no.
We should too, but I think that why would we sit around and let everybody?
I'm saying hell no, and the reason I'm saying hell no is because I'm not saying hell no. We shouldn't go visit Africa. Right. But why do you think the Africans are leaving Africa and coming over here? It can't be that all, good and dandy, right? So they can't have all the control over there. Come on, man.
Yo, everybody had their...
When you're in like a certain, a person would say, well, should I leave New York and go to Texas? And they say, well, hell no, people are coming from Texas and coming to New York. But the bottom line is that when you're outside of, you have to kind of leave your place of comfort sometime to thrive, I believe.
If we had the mentality of China went in Africa, they living there and cultivating that place and doing what they gotta do.
What you gonna do when you get over there? You gonna do what? What you gonna do? Huh?
Well, I'm in technology, so I would be trying to foster like the whole technological movement and try, because right now what's happening is there's a whole fight of resources of water, whatever.
Let me tell you, my people, I can say it now because I'm on it. My people been here in America for over 3,000 years before some goddamn Christopher Columbus.
Well, now you used to say now I know you found out about your indigenous history, right? sa.neter.
Yeah.
Now you used to say your family is from Dominica or Dominican Republic too. Which side is that?
Now, Puerto Rican. My father Puerto Rican.
Okay, but that's still part of the Americas. Period. That's the Americas. So if we get into that, okay. Because my family is Taino through the Maroons and the Arawak in Jamaica. So we know the indigenous family. So a lot of, So, I mean, again, I still hold on to what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad says. We are the gods of this whole planet. I'm not even going to give it all up to them. That's crazy. We the gods of this whole planet. So I'm not giving up all 196,940,000 square miles. Not giving it up because like John Henry Clark said, we was here. They only have 5 minutes in. We had at least 55 minutes or 55,000 years prior to their 5,000 years on this planet. So I'm not giving them Europeans and all of that because they taking it all over. They taking it all.
I have a question, right? So did we have a so-called ethnogenesis, and we are a new species here on the United States of America? If that's the case, why is it that why don't we see ourselves as a nation? And when you see other countries going into Africa, building, using the resources, getting their cut of the resources, why don't we come together as a nation and do the same thing? Why do we find ourselves landlocked onto this land and think, oh, well, no, I will just stay here? No, there's other nations going over. If we figure out ourselves as a nation, why don't we come together and go over there and find out how we can get a cut of the pie too?
We've been doing trades before they started doing trades with them before, so I don't know why we ain't doing it again. I don't know what's happening.
And they're begging us to. They're offering different things, land, this, that, the other. So why would we just sit there and just let the other cultures go over there and develop Africa? And then when it finally gets developed, we'll be sitting there like, well, no, like, well, blah, blah, well, we didn't have an opportunity. What are we doing?
We don't have a unified force, my sister. We don't have a unified force to do that. And that's the problem. We all are combative and arguing over this and that. But if we unified the force and move like China is doing, like France did, like Europe did, that's what they did. They created their comms and their Afro comms and they and went in. That's what they did.
Is easier said than done. See, yes, you got to look at the big picture, Genesis. There's no people on earth went through what Black people went through. None. We've been trained and taught to not trust each other. Yep. We've been trained and taught to not have love for each other, but love everybody else outside of your family. You see how loving we can be to every other nationality and culture, right? But when it comes to each other, we don't have that same passion and that same love. Something to look at, something real small. When you see the Puerto Rican Day Parade, do you see their pride, King Simon?
Oh, yeah,
do you see how proud they are? When you look at the Dominican Day Parade, do you see their pride? Do you see how proud they are? When you look at the African American Day Parade, it's gone. People don't care about that. We don't care.
How does it look now? I've been there. How does the Harlem parade look now?
It's the same way. It's not good. They don't even promote African Day Parade like they do the Puerto Rican and the Dominican. That joint be on the news. Oh, we got the African Day Parade coming up this time and the Puerto Rican Day coming up this time. The African Day Parade come up, they don't even announce it, brother.
That's
they
crazy.
Don't even mention it on the radio, none of that.
Right, because I used to shout it out on the radio on WWRL when I was on radio.
For years now. I remember growing up though, King. Man, brother, the African Day Parade, everybody was out that joint.
Used to be off the hook, man. Packed. Like the Caribbean parade. It used to be off the hook.
Yes. When you look at all these other parades, the people are proud of it. They proud the way they flag. You got Black people scared of that red, black, and green. Don't even want to raise the red, black, and green flag, bro.
Man.
Why are we so worried about a parade when people are over there getting like resources? Like we're in Africa and they are cornering resources, and we're thinking about how we dance at a parade.
No, you missed the point. What I said, we don't even have pride for ourselves to go and unite with each other, man. That's what I'm talking about. We don't even have no love for each other to even think about uniting and trusting each other. Ain't nobody trusting you. You think somebody gonna trust you with $1 million? Genesis? Nobody ain't trusting you with that. Ain't no love and for each other.
But here's the thing. It don't even take. See, here's the thing. It don't even take a Black person to trust you with $1 million. It just takes a investor that understands your business plan. So if we get past black and white when it comes to business, then we could go a lot further. But I'm talking about like, why are we hyper focused on entertainment and how we come together in an entertainment?
Because we are entertainment people. That's why. You can't take away the entertainment. We entertain with people. That's who we are as a people. You know? All of a sudden now we're just going to be, everything is going to be straight up and we're going to be walking. Nah, it's going to be entertainment. Everybody have entertainment. Every nation have entertainment.
But I see what she's saying. There's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place for everything. I understand where she's coming from.
We've already cornered the market on entertainment. We now need to like get into business and resources and actually cornering.
Easier said than done.
I see. I understand.
I believe that once we get past the mindset of entertaining these people, then we'll get more serious about like actually cornering the market on the resources that other people are beginning to dominate. Because here's the thing is that we talked about colonialism. Well, there's a second wave of colonialism with Russia and China. They're coming into Africa and what other countries, you know, France is now considered a third world country. I think that UK's stronghold on aspects of Africa. So they're beginning to have their independence, and we're too busy wanting to fight with them with the whole FBA movement and talk about how we're so cool and everything based on the past. We're not thinking about the future and how these countries in Africa are becoming independent, and what's going to happen to us when this new dollar and the whole BRICS thing happens, and our dollar ain't worth nothing, and we've sat there and isolated ourselves away from them. What do you think about that?
I mean, you on it, sister. I mean, you on it. I have no problems with what you're saying. And again, but like what sa.neter is saying, it's easy said than done. We've been fighting this fight for so many years, and then there was those before us fighting this fight, trying to unite and bring it together. Some are doing it in pockets. They're doing it in pockets, and it's all right to do it in pockets, but we need a like they have a mass corporation to do it from France, China, Japan. They all doing it, coming in to get the cobalt, get this type of element, get this type of mineral. They're all doing it. They're going to Jamaica. China built a highway, and China got a whole town to themselves in Jamaica. Really? Really? Come on now. So, it's getting crazy.
All they have is human resources. All they have is people that went over there and built that. So they had a government that said, "Hey, y'all go over there and do this, and I'll pay you this amount of money." We have $1 trillion worth of buying power in America. We can't put together some projects and say, "Let's go over there and find a city and say, well, we'll do this project for this city," and then be able to gain some kind of like leverage. Why are we so helpless and so reliant? We're so focused.
We lost her.
No, I'm saying we're so focused on what's going on in America, we've forgotten the fact that we are also a political power. And once we once we get away from just the entertainment aspect of things, dribbling basketballs, singing, booty shaking, we will go a lot further. That's what I believe.
No, you're right. And because even the Chinese, even the Koreans, as much as they're into technology, they still have their karaoke night, but they know when they're supposed. There's a time and place for everything. That's what the people
sock you down, and they'll start making some moves. And China ain't no. We're in one of the largest land masses. We're on a continent, and how many African Americans are there on this continent? Why can't we come? We're because when we do come together, you know what we're doing? We're begging reparations. Give us, because our parents were slaves. But no, we have a whole nation of people over in Africa that we could say, hey, we need to come back over there and help you guys out. And
check this out. You are not saying nothing new. We've been saying this for like damn near 40 to 50 years already. You have the Honorable Elijah Muhammad came, told us to do for self, build your own schools, build your own hospitals, build your own goddamn police force, like the Jews got in Brooklyn. They got their own goddamn schools. They got the police. They got their own goddamn ambulance, right? And we see it. We can see it every day going past us. We see them. We see their schools is written in the Hebrew language. When you go out to King Simon to tell you, he know. So it ain't like we don't see these things.
Out here in Texas, they have their own little area over here. All the South African
Jews. I'm talking. Sorry. Let me finish. So, and then you got Francis Cress Welsing, who came and told us the same thing. Then you got Dr. Amos Wilson, Blueprint for Black Power, a moral, political, economic for the 21st century, who told us the same thing. Dr. Naeem Akbar, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Claude Anderson, Powernomics.
Yeah, but that's what you're saying.
Dr. Wade Nobles. I mean, the list is on and on. Minister Farrakhan, Khalid Muhammad. So we've been saying the same sweet, loving talk for damn near 50 to 60 years, and ain't nobody do a damn thing yet.
They got.
You know what? Let me tell you something. Tariq Nasheed has a stronghold on the young guys.
Hold up. So what I remember is when Bobby Hemmett said it, and that stick to me to this day. Bobby Hemmett said that when it comes to economics and politics, we are like children. That's the goddamn facts. We are like children when it comes to that, to economics and stuff like that, and building for yourself. We still children because every man is for themselves. Look at the power that we got now with the Jay-Z's, the Oprahs, and all of them. What did they do? The Michaels, billions of dollars. They went on their own. They separated from you Negroes, from us Negroes. They gone. You see what I'm talking about? But when you look at the Dominican family and when they get them billions of dollars, I was watching some video shows and see how they would come back to their hood and help out their people. Totally different. Totally different, man.
Genesis, you were saying something, but I don't negate. I'm not negating what Genesis is trying to say, and I pray and hope that you.
Goddamn, because I hear this talk all the time, brother. I've heard it already with Dr. Amos. So when I hear from the elders and the scholars, come on, man.
I know we grow, but the next generation is supposed to take it to the next level.
Every 10 years is a new group of people that have never heard of the people that you're talking about. And right now you have a 2-year separation from the people that you're talking about, right? You're talking about everybody that I know of, and I'm 48, right? So now you have a new generation of people that's like 18, 20, 30 that have never heard of any of the people that you're speaking of. They heard of, guess who they have heard of is Tariq Nasheed. And Tariq Nasheed is pushing the FBA movement, right? And these people are grasping onto that movement. They are like, you know what? We need to separate from Africa. They don't give a, in their mind, the whole Pan-African movement is dead. We need, because based with all they have is like this time frame and beyond. They probably are not watching all the videos that happened before this. All they know is if they get on Twitter every night at 2 p.m., they can hear Tariq Nasheed talk about FBA, right? So that is going to shape the people's mindset of how they really see about us as African Americans in America. And what they're saying is bump Africa. But here's the problem within that. Everybody else is going over to Africa and they're getting the resources, but we're saying bump Africa and we are good over here. And we don't have access to we have no power over here. However, Africa
don't want power over
here and get some
resources.
If
we want power, we can get the power if we want it.
How?
What you mean how? I just told you billions of dollars that we have. Do you know how much money black women spend at beauty parlors alone a year?
How long has that been?
Go and type it up. Go Google it. Google it.
It's been for years. It's been for like years, but we still got.
That's the importance of powernomics right there. When you look at them two books, part 1 and part 2, go and look it up and see how much money black women spend on their hair and nails alone.
Right.
But they refuse. Right.
So we
hold on. But they refuse to do their hair themselves like it was when I was coming up. They was doing their hair themselves, jumping rope in the street while we out there playing skellies and doing what we do. And they braiding hair. Huh? They don't want that. They want that fast money. That's what they want. They'd rather work for the white man and all of that. They don't want that. But like I said, before, I remember saying this, King Simon, part of that is our fault because we could have been setting up shops for our women to do this, like the African men do for their women. They set up these shops. I seen a woman come out and give her African men all the money. I was like, damn, okay, he's the boss. He's the boss of this shit. We see the women in there braiding hair, but he's the overseer. He's the boss. You know, we ain't doing. We the
women. You want to know why the women could go over there and braid hair and still do it? Because they're getting their hair from China, and China is running Africa, and they're sourcing the hair from China over into America through Africa.
We can do the same thing.
Well, how can you do that if you're trying to tell people to separate from Africa?
All right, look.
And there's tariffs that are happening direct from China into America.
Look, listen, do you know where Bumpy Johnson was getting his cocaine from? Huh? Do you know where he was getting his cocaine from? He ain't want to go through the middleman. He got on the goddamn plane. Where he go, King, if you remember?
Of course. He went to, he was at the defeated Asiatic of the Viet Cong and all them. He went to Vietnam.
Oh, he got on the plane and went over there and did his thing.
Yeah.
And brought it back to America. So if he can do that, goddamn, we can get some hair from China. Come on, man.
We've been getting hair from China because, I mean, the beauty supplies are in every neighborhood. But I'm saying that the Africans that are running those shops were doing braiding hair, they're not getting their hair from the beauty supply shops. They're getting it sourced directly from Africa, that is getting it directly from China, and China's getting from India, and they're having a lower. See, they understand economics. That's why they're kicking our asses in America right now economically.
That's because we let them. I told you the only enemy standing in your way is you. We got to understand that, King Simon. Stop looking at the white man. Stop looking at the Chinese man. The only enemy that's standing in our way is us when we look in that goddamn mirror. We are the only enemy that's standing in our goddamn way.
But I hear
we'll be all right.
I hear what Genesis is saying, but she's into technology, and I want to hear her. I know she has a solution through her technological methodology. What is the solution, Genesis, from your perspective? I want to respect your solution.
I'm going to say this, is that the first thing that's about to happen, people don't even realize, is that we're running out of electricity. Okay. America, all of the major corporations are funneling all the electricity into AI, and there's not enough electricity to go around for AI to exist and us to exist. All right. So we're going to run out of resources over here because all of the major, what is the thing? These corporations or whatever are really investing heavily into AI, and they're at a deficit. Every AI company is at $1 billion to $1 trillion, almost $1 trillion deficit on how they are running their companies. All these like companies, you think of ChatGPT, they are billions of dollars in debt. Why? Because the resources alone it takes to run AI, they don't have it. So we are this country right now. What's about to happen is they're going to start sucking the resources out of like the general grid, the electric grid from humans and putting it into the AI infrastructure, right? So I'm saying that we need to invest into Africa because the way that they're running it, the oligarchs and everybody that's running these corporations they're going to take America. It's taking.
Who's going to take America?
The corporations, because it's an oligarchy. There's 900. Do you know how many billionaires there are in America? 900 or more. America has the most trillionaires, and there's such a huge amount of like disparity, a change of like the. So it's going to be, I believe.
Yes, you're right. I meant to say Frank Lucas. You're right, not Bumpy Johnson.
America's about to be a place where only the wealthy can survive. So the best bet for anyone to do is to invest into a place that have resources, because America is going to run out of its resources, and that's my main thing.
Yeah, but they've been saying that for years too. I got you, Genesis.
AI didn't exist those years.
That's all pseudo. Because let me tell you why I say it's pseudo. What is the white man going to do? What is the Chinese? They all going to leave us here by ourselves in America, Genesis. So if it affects us, guess what? It's going to affect the white man, the Chinese man, the Palestinians, the Koreans. It's going to affect everybody that's in America. Genesis, that's why I said that's not thinking rational. That's not right. So everybody going to leave here and leave African American here by themselves. Come on.
See, listen, once slavery was over with, America lost its slave population. China still has a slave population that does the majority of the work. Okay, the only other slave that we have in America is prisoners that do its slave labor. What they're trying to do is to promote and big up the corporation and then turn all of us into slaves. And if you guys don't see that that they're trying to slowly incorporate us into slavery and put us into a thing that we are the slaves of the system, and then let the oligarchies, the millionaires and billionaires, like kind of run things and be like the power. Like I don't see where you guys don't actually see where this is going. Everybody's gonna be like losing their properties, losing all the things that they think that they own, and then turn into a slave.
We're losing that now.
Yeah, that's the point. They're trying to make everybody into a slave. They want cheaper labor. They want to go back to slavery. Everything is reversing back to the way it was, right? And see, in other countries, they already had that. They never lost. They had the kids was able to work. China, they still have like those people that like get paid pennies on the dollar because they have a system that's different. Like the whole communist system has the people at the bottom that work for pennies, and that's intact. In our thing, the only people that work for pennies is prisoners, people in prison. So they have to increase crime and change laws to put more people into prison to have that cheaper labor. Right now, we are not going to work for that cheap labor. So what they have to do is destroy the whole system in order to like create this whole underclass of people, which Dr. Claude Anderson says permanent underclass. And that's how they're trying to do it. But if you stay here, you'll see. I mean, if you don't believe me, I believe that in the next like 6 months, we're going to see exactly what they're doing. The stock market's going to crash. The housing market is already crashing, guys. Try to sell your house right now. Good luck. Okay.
Black Sage, what up, brother?
What's good, sa.neter? What's good?
All right,
Peace
man.
to you, King Simon. Peace to you, Sister Genesis. I want to say this, man, in regards to the plight of the Black American. Um, it's none of that. It's none of that. What people talk about, this doom and gloom, and the reason why I say that is because you're not wanted in Africa. They don't want you there. And people try to make this argument as if Africa is the Black utopia for the Black American. It's not. They don't want you there. The moves that China and Russia are making in the United States, I mean, in Africa, on the continent of Africa, it's a military move. It has nothing to do about them implementing their culture. It's a military move. You're not going there and setting up shops, corporations. So it's like when people say you're going to bring technology into South Africa, right? People don't know that a lot of a lot of African states are still owned or ran by neo-colonialists like France. They still they still the franc is still their dollar. The Chinese yen is still the major currency in a lot of in a lot of African states. It's neo-colonialism that you're fighting against. It has nothing to do whether or not you think that as a Black person in America, that with your intelligence, that you're going to go into Africa and you're going to own something. You're not going to own anything there, right? You're not going to own anything there. And most of our people, because of how we've been raised and how we've been conditioned and what we used to, you're not going to survive. You're not going to survive. That's a completely different way of living.
Hey, you know what? I know people gonna beat me up for this, but God damn it, I agree with Elder Yara, man.
Listen,
I agree with Elder Yara, man. I agree with Black Sage because if you own anything that's worth a lot of money, what you think them Africans gonna do?
Money ain't nothing in America. Money don't mean nothing.
Nah, money mean a lot because them Africans are over here and they shipping back thousands of dollars. I see it when I go to the.
That's what they do. Yep.
I see them sending all that money back home. Don't tell me money don't mean nothing.
That's what they do.
I would say
hold on. That's the reason why they here. It's money first.
That's why they here, sa.neter.
All that other stuff is extra stuff. But the reason and the goal and the purpose of them being here in America is to make money and send it back, Genesis. I'm out there on them streets. I be around them. I see it. I don't know where you been. I'm telling you what I see.
Well,
yeah.
I work with Africans for years, specifically Nigerians. I worked with them for years in the healthcare industry, right? They're hired for one reason, because of their work ethic and the fact that they are more docile than Black Americans when it comes to white people telling them what to do. I'm telling y'all, listen, they'll tell you now that one of the ways that white corporations in America are getting past this whole they're getting past this whole DEI thing and affirmative action thing. They were hiring Africans as Black Americans and not hiring African descendants of slaves
Right.
or foundational Black Americans. They're not hiring us. You know why? Because we are more entitled in their eyes than Africans, native Africans that come over here to work. So they hire them. And because they do that, guess what? We're out of jobs. We don't want to work the jobs in the field. You said it, sis. We don't want to work. We don't want to work the cleaning jobs. We don't want to sweep up the streets. We don't want to do the laundry. We don't want to do the laundry. They'll come over here and do all of that. We don't want to work in the nursing homes.
Hold up for 1 minute, Yara. I've
Yeah.
been on 125th Street for 20 to 25 plus years, right? And ever since I've been out there working, hustling, doing my thing, teaching, the Africans was used as cannon fire. Do you hear what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm saying to you. What I mean by they was being used as cannon fire. The Jews would have them guard the store. King Simon know them, right? They would guard the store in the front. And the Jews would be all the way in the back getting the money while the Africans was being hired to stand in the front of the business to make sure nobody take nothing. I seen brothers, like if you were starving, Genesis, and you needed food, and your brothers would go to a goddamn Jewish store or the white man store that try to steal some meat, guess who's gonna run after you and get it and bring it back? It's the Africans that will do that. I'm telling you what I know, man. I'm telling you what I've seen.
So I'm not talking about.
No, we talking about real shit.
No, I'm talking about. Okay, so have you ever heard of Reginald Lewis? Okay, Reginald Lewis was one of the biggest persons in the 80s that did. It's called a leverage buyout, right? So what he did was he sent white people in, and he was able to buy some of the biggest food chains in America. This is a black man, right? Over at like $780 million worth of it might even be more than that. I don't even know. But I'm just saying Reginald Lewis is really, look him up, well known. And what he did, he sent the white person in to do the deal. And then when it was time for the paper to be signed, he walked in and signed the paper. So here's the thing. We talking about how, they're not going to try to do business. What else they going to do with the white man? We'll go ahead and find a trailer trash white person to go over there, pretend like they buying the land. And then when it's time to sign the paper, then you walk up in there and you sign the paper. And now you got your land. If that's what the thing is. But I don't understand how come we are not thinking like the Chinese and the Russians. Why are we thinking about like things like the parade? We're thinking about parades and they're thinking about.
We're not thinking about parades, Genesis. What are you talking about?
We're not thinking about resources. They're cornering the market on the resources of plutonium and uranium. Well, we're talking about how come we can't dance at the parade or whatever the hell it is. I'm like, well, why don't we get over there and figure out how we can get some mines or something like that? Okay. Because we not fixing to do that over here. The moment we like dig in our like backyard and find an oil well sprill up, the government gonna come over here and say, what's up with that? But over there, okay, they're allowing okay, if they're using white people to do it, go ahead and find your white person and let them think it's a white person, and you go ahead and do your business, and then you get you're the one with the money. Why don't we be more crafty on how
why
we do
you can't do that here? That's what I'm asking you.
I mean, we do that here, depending on what type of business person you are. You know that you don't want to let people know that you own the property. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we have to also think international when it comes to business. Why are we only local in America? Why do we ask you a question on this island?
Let me ask you a question, Genesis. You know Jabari, Ashwa Kwesi, Mpadizi, all of these brothers and sisters that love Africa so much, right, Genesis? You hear me?
Yeah.
How come they always find themselves back home? How come they not staying out there? How come they don't get lost out there like the Africans do? Hold on. Like the Africans do when they come here. God damn it, they get lost in America. They ain't trying to find their way back. They get lost. So if Africa was all of this and all of that, Jabari would get lost in Africa somewhere. You ain't finding Jabari. You ain't finding Mpadizi. You ain't finding us. Why they ain't getting back on that goddamn plane. But they get back on the plane and they come back home. Why?
Well, everybody that's going over to Africa is not going over. for business. They're going to swallow a scholarship and to for their books and their research to be able to come back and write their books and sell it to American people.
I know if I was to go into a land of milk and honey and I see how it looks, and if I got an opportunity to get lost, I'm getting lost. And they would have to find me and do the Donald Trump thing. Man, we're going to send you back to your country. We sending your ass back. But they're going to have to find me.
So have you ever been to Africa at all, ever in your life?
No, I haven't. No, nope.
I've been. So therefore,
I've been there. When
I went to Africa, honey, I was like mad that I didn't bring enough money to stay. Trust me, I was like, man, it was amazing, and I will never. I wish I could have had enough money to be able to go back and forth.
Why you ain't get lost?
Not well. I would never get lost because business.
Why you ain't missed the plane?
Huh?
Why you ain't missed the plane? Get lost.
No.
Why not?
Because you need
because she like using toilet paper.
No, what are you saying?
Go into the bushes and forget about you. They would forget about you.
Don't say stupid stuff. I went to South Africa.
They would forget about you and you could come out.
Hold on, you went where?
I went to Cape Town. They use toilet paper. They have
that's not you know what, that ain't even real. That's not even real Africa.
It's
so when
Africa.
People say they went to Africa and they say, I went to Cape Town or I stayed in Johannesburg. Like, you're not really seeing Africa.
Right.
You're not. Right. You're seeing a commercial.
Right.
That's what you're staying. You're staying in the Hilton. You're not staying.
That's stupid.
You're not. No, that's a fact. You're not staying out in the shanty towns where the real Africans is living at.
No, South Africa has townships where people are living on top of each other. There's like, what are you talking about?
Exactly what I just said, sis.
Have you been to Cape Town? Have you been?
You're not staying. I've been to Cape Town.
I've been to South Africa. Excuse me.
Longa is a town.
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? I've been to South Africa, and he's right, though, Genesis. It's very colonized. It's very city. That's the only place of Africa I've been to. There are native people living in shanties, just like when you go to Jamaica. Mm-hmm. But I think they're talking about like African countries that are not as colonized as South Africa. So when he says toilet paper, that's not silly. That's not a joke. There are a lot of flying toilets there. I think Nigeria is one of the top countries that doesn't have sufficient plumbing compared to, and also countries like India, Nigeria. So it's not just Africa. sa.neter's right. Nobody's going to get lost. A lot of Africans have come over here. A lot of Indians and all kinds of foreigners have come here, and they didn't have any money. But I bet you wouldn't see them anywhere near the airport because they know America is the best place. So if you're American and you want to African Americans come from people who built this country. We built it with our literal blood. So why are we always the ones talking about go back? Go back where? That's not our home anymore. It sounds good when we say motherland, yes, but that's not our home. This is our home. We built it. So to abandon it after our ancestors built it and died for it would be a slap in the face and disrespectful to our ancestors. That's all.
You know who else Africa is not home to is Chinese and Russians. They're over there just gobbling up the resources and building and doing whatever. And we're over here talking about, well, this is our home. And like it doesn't matter what your home is. Business is business. If you have enough money to like go over there and do commerce. Why are we only thinking about like business over in America and we don't think about business over in other countries? Why do we only like isolate ourselves onto this continent? Why is it that other cultures will travel the world and do business and we're stuck on this godforsaken continent and say, oh, well, I'm just going to only do business here, and we don't like travel to other countries and do business? I don't understand that mindset. Just because we made here and we were the ones that did this and that. Well, okay. Well, it doesn't mean you can't get on a plane and do business elsewhere. Just because
we do business elsewhere. The narrative is for us to leave America. The narrative is for us to leave America. No American black person or any person, black, white, no Native American U.S. citizen is saying that we don't want to do business in another country. No, not one of us. It's the point that this is the number one. This is the center of all capitalism. Not Switzerland, not China. This is the capitalism country of the world. So number one, this is where all the business takes place first, and then it branches off. But we're being told, abandon our citizenship, abandon everything that is right at our fingertips in America, and go back and basically be second-rate citizens to African citizens. Because we know, I don't know who's got the feedback, but we know that if you could mute out, we know from our people, progeny of the African slaves, of the slave trade, progeny of Americans, Black Americans, we know when we go over there, we're ripped off. We're treated very, very disrespectful. They disrespect us for the most part. It looks good on all the videos with, where we get the sensationalism and the gushiness about, oh, come home, and all the songs and the dances. I love it too. But it's not about doing business. People are telling us to abandon America, to be expats, and go and live underneath people in Africa who are trying to get over here and be what we were naturally born to be. And that's the fact. So it's not about we don't want to do business anywhere. To say that, it makes you're trying to make it like we're ignorant Negroes, that we don't know that there's business in other country, international business. We know that. We are not going to just abandon our citizenship and run over there and start building up another nation, any country. But stop with the narrative about, oh, we don't want to go to Africa and help and build and return. This is our land, and we have benefits as American citizens, whether we like it or not. We should keep on being American citizens, fighting for everybody else, including the immigrants who come over here. We paved the way for everybody. We paved the way for the Chinese, the Asians. We paved the way for their rights and the Hispanics. We are the African American. This country is not a white country. It is built on African blood, African people who came here, and that is the foundation of this country, and we're not going anywhere. We're just going to stay here and be citizens, and we'll do what all American citizens do, which is capitalize on everything else. We don't have to leave this country, and we don't have to feel ashamed that we want to stay here and build. Nobody's going to do that to us anymore. Thank you.
So here's the question. What happens when the dollar collapses?
I have to say this. Listen, my girl just went off, okay? I have to say, even though I say Afro-Americans, not African, because I'm not African. But I have to say, I agree. Nepal just went in. Anything I could have thought to come on here and say, she just did it.
Thank you, Robin.
Did it because, they're trying to come here. If Africa is so well, I don't see what the big deal is, but if Africa is so well, they wouldn't be trying to come over here. Come over here for what? So they can make money and send it back over there. What is this big thing about Africa? I cannot get with what the big thing is about that. Maybe you could tell me, Genesis. If it's just for business purposes, we need to start businesses here. Look at how they manipulated everything, and the Chinese and our communities own every damn thing. The Chinese, the Hindus, you can't go in a corner store. They got it. You go and they got everything taken up. The 7-Elevens, the hotels, the everything. The Chinese and the Arabs and the Hindus. Why can't we start businesses and start them here?
That's a good question. Why can't we? What's stopping us? But I would say this is, why can't we start businesses here? Why can't we come together and start businesses in Africa? Why can't we come together like other countries, go into other countries and start businesses everywhere? China has bought up the majority of Detroit. If you actually do the research, you'll find out that the majority of Detroit is owned by Chinese people. Okay, we're the only ones that are doing our business only. We think about just doing our business only in America because we own America. We're a blur. But hold on, everybody else is doing international business while we're stuck in
because they still trying to copy off of us.
Man,
And
what
I'm
are they
trying to
copying
do-
off of? We're not doing any international business. What are they
Do
copying?
you have money to
You
start
need
our
to like
business
actually copy
in
off of them and think of doing business beyond America and
One
be
mic, y'all.
international.
Okay, sorry, but Genesis, you have money to start a business in Africa.
Listen, it's
I'm not
cheaper to
being
start a business in Africa than it is to start a business in America.
Well, do you have money to start a business in Africa or even in?
Listen, I do, and I'm working on it. Trust me. I'm not just saying
Well,
that that's out of my mouth.
how about we start with small things like soul food restaurants and stuff in our own communities? How about we go back to the old school, how we used to sell candy right from in our houses until we started making money so we could open our own corner stores. We need to get back, like Nepal said. We built America on our indigenous to this land backs. Okay, so why should we go somewhere else for people that don't even like us, that talk against us, that call us names and stuff, that go over there and build up their stuff? After we build it up, they're gonna put our behinds out.
Yeah,
they don't even consider us African, no matter how much we try to be who we are not. They don't like us like that, Genesis. I'm not taking my black.
They don't like the Chinese like that either.
They don't like us.
That narrative.
We need to start here. We need to start building our lives here, where we are, where we built. Why are we gonna leave here and let the enemy take over everything here?
We've been here for two.
All right. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Let me bring on Sankofa. Sankofa.
Yeah, peace. Light and love to the panel. The narrative that the people in Africa don't like us, that's not going to be 100% correct. You know, there are going to be people, just like there's people on the East Coast that don't like people from the West Coast, so on and so forth. There's going to be people that don't like somebody because they're from another space. Specifically America, because America happens to be a dominant colonial power, making sure that other countries are destabilized enough to be taken advantage of. But there are people in Ghana, in Africa, in particular, that are very welcoming to African Americans. But then if you're gonna go over there, you have the dynamics, the basic, how are you gonna live day to day? But you know, that narrative that they don't like us, that's not 100% true. They do like us. As a matter of fact, when James Smalls was over in Ghana like a couple of years ago, I ran into him in Panifest, you know, which is the Ghanaian acknowledgement of the Ma'afa, or the transatlantic slave trade, and its impact that it had both in the African continent and in the Western Hemisphere. The other thing, it's not really about going back, running, or leaving America, going there. It is about making the connections. It's about accessing the same resources that everybody else wants to access and creating import-export businesses off of it.
Thank you.
Understanding how to collectively use the resources in order to grow our economies on both sides of the Atlantic. It's not necessary, so that's another thing. And the other thing also is, you're not going to get lost there because the infrastructure isn't really built up. But in colonial spaces, that's the way that they were colonized. These countries that were colonized by these Western powers, one of the ways in which they maintained their dominance was by making sure that their infrastructure was not built up, making sure that they didn't have proper roads, making sure that they didn't have proper facilities to handle basic needs. So they're always living in a subsistence type of manner. So they're trying to live life day to day while the colonial powers are exploiting them on a grander level. And so they're still just coming out of that. So when you go over there and you see that it's not built up like America, that it doesn't have smooth roads, that, some of its infrastructure needs work, that's by design. You know what I'm saying? They have to come out of that. And so there's a lot that's going on, but like going over there and, getting lost in Africa, you can do that if you want. But it would be wiser to build on both sides of the Atlantic, the brothers and sisters suffering over here and the brothers and sisters suffering over there, if you have the capacity to do so.
I agree. That's exactly what the message I was trying to convey. I'm not saying we have to abandon America. I'm saying that why are we not international in our thinking of business? Why are we only focused on America and we need to only do American business?
Why should we be out? sa.neter?
Say that again.
What? Why was I? Did I mute myself?
No, I muted everybody because people had sound effects coming, so I didn't know where it was coming from.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I muted everybody.
Sorry, my bad. Go ahead, Genesis. Finish. I wanted to ask Sankofa a question after you finish.
Afro Times, you got to come on your camera. Q Butter got porn bombed the other day, so I gotta get back on my joint, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Q Butter, by the way. I saw you did the interview. That was great to see you guys together. I wanted to ask though, why is it so? I get the main reason, like about Africa. I'm not in any way, shape, or form anti-African, but why isn't it more? If it's just about business, right? Why don't we go to Latin America like China does? Why don't we go to Caribbean nations that we are very familiar with? Because although the skin color is matching, that is a completely different world. Culture shock. I'm sure they're very loving. All foreign nations are loving to Americans. We're the premier #1 country in the world. They're loving to us, and we're also targets. So why don't we, if we're just talking about business, why don't we talk about going to Latin America, Costa Rica? Why don't we talk about right next door, Mexico, getting businesses over in countries, Caribbean countries, like start a business over in the DR? Or why don't we talk about doing business, which I know it's in shambles, but hey, why don't we talk about building up Haiti? Why don't we ever hear anybody talking about let's help Haiti? Let's go back to Haiti. Nobody says anything about Haiti and helping them. We always are talking about let's get back to Africa, all the way on the other side of the world. Why? Why is it if it's just business? Why are we always pushing that?
Because the natural resources that even make up our cell phones, everything that we're doing.
So there's no natural resources in Nicaragua, Costa Rica. There's no natural resources in Haiti. I beg to differ.
Uranium, plutonium, all of the major.
So there's no natural resources in Haiti.
All the major natural resources. All the major mining is happening in Africa. So
okay, but so there's no natural resources. I'm asking you a question. There's no natural resources in Haiti.
There are, however,
is there natural resources here in America?
No, but no. If she's saying go business international, I want to challenge everybody. I didn't say. I'm not saying exclude Africa.
It's a very simple. It's a very simple answer. It's very simple because your dollar goes further there. That's how capitalism works.
So your dollar won't go far.
You get the most out of. You're not as far. No, it's not going to go as far. Next question.
Wait, no, your dollar won't. Wait a minute. Sankofa. No, it's not the next question. So you're saying that only
you yet, Nepal. I haven't answered you yet.
I don't know who chimed in, so I heard a voice. Sorry, but are we supposed to say that our dollar won't go far in any other country and any other continent besides Africa?
Let me answer you, Nepal. Number one, I think that it would be beneficial for African Americans in general to have an international business mindset. Then that's number one. So then, because when you're dealing with Africans, like I was talking to somebody about a deal about 2 years ago. They were talking about dealing with somebody in the Caribbean that were metal roofs are really popular in Africa. That was into producing metal roofs in order to sell it over in Ghana, right? They don't mind who they do business with. So, but African Americans, I don't know. I agree with you. We should be in an international business mindset. Wherever there's an opportunity to develop economics for our community, we should be engaged and involved and interested in those opportunities. This particular conversation was focused in on Africa, not only because people were talking about Africa. People weren't talking about how Haitians were coming over here in the Haitian community, building things up for Haitians and then sending stuff home for Haiti. They were saying in this particular conversation how Africans are coming over here, doing certain things and sending money back over to Africa. So this started out as an African-based conversation, but it can be expanded to a diasporic conversation because we were taken across the world. So we also need to connect and link with people across the world. Ron Walters, I'm gonna land with this. Ron Walters in Pan-Africanism in the diaspora studied maroon colonies throughout the diaspora in order to figure out how to survive inside a capitalistic system. So we have to learn how to build our communities, build ourselves up, you know, amongst our communities, and then interact globally, capitalistically, internationally.
Great.
That was Ron Walter's Pan-Africanism in the diaspora.
So let's do that. Let me thank you. So let me say this real quick, and I'll pass the mic, but I'm going to keep this on the table. So we're talking about international, and we're talking, if you're going to talk about international business, great. Why aren't we focusing? I'll just put Haiti on the table, even though we're right next door to South America, but and Latin America. But let's put Haiti on the table. If you're why are we not hearing more of a push for our own people? I'll go further and say this. Those are our people. There's nobody that's been enslaved like in the transatlantic slave trade over in Africa like we have. They have in Haiti. Why are we not trying to focus on them? We always want to do something for people who do not relate to us. So if we're going to talk about our people, they're getting massacred and destroyed over in Haiti. It's a damn shame. And we're so focused on Africa all the time. Tell me why it's Pan-Africanism. Why isn't it pan-transatlantic slave diasporaism? Why are we always worried about getting back to Africa? People who cannot relate to us. They're over there and they know where they came from. They can trace their family line down in millennia, thousands of years. We can't. And neither can they in Haiti. So I'd like to get an answer on that. Haiti needs some business too. We need to start looking over there. Now, anybody want to come out and answer us on that?
All right. Hold on. Everybody hold on. I want to move around the platform because there's people that ain't speak yet. Let me get Rakufu in the building. Rakufu, what up, man?
Peace, everybody. I like what you said, Napa. I think we should work back towards Africa through the ones in this side to Africa, reaching a hand from when we got all our stuff in the diaspora together, we can reach a hand and then work and commune with our people. So go ahead, the next person.
All right. Let me get Medea.
Hey, I just wanted to hop up here and let you know.
You can tell Nepal what you said earlier.
Oh, we need more Nepal. I need to hear from you, Nepal. We love Nepal. More of Nepal.
I love you back. Thank you so much, Quentin. I love you.
And I jumped up here because, and when I got up here, you said just about everything I was going to say. And I do want to apologize really quickly for taking us a little bit back. I was a little bit behind on the live stream. When Genesis, you were saying something about them turning AI into this and that to make us go backwards and go into slavery, people losing their properties, people losing this, people losing that. I am Jamaican. I was born and raised in Jamaica. I am still not a United States citizen, but I am a permanent green card holder. I'm a permanent resident alien. And I like it like that. I could get my citizenship. I've been here for 30 years plus. But I just want to say that the conversation should not be about them taking us back. If there is truly something in the air or in the atmosphere of them taking us back, I'm ready, me personally, to join and or lead the revolution. That's the conversation. So, but Nepal, hats off to you with the conversation about Africa and starting businesses. I love you. I need to hear more from you. I'm going to be stalking your channel.
Oh, wow. You need to reach out to me. Email me at napasha.1, the number, at Gmail, and I would love to keep talking to you. So thank you so much. And yeah, talking about the Caribbean. Those are our people. Whether I know the FBA don't like that, but let's talk more about, before we start going to Africa, like the sister, she's Jamaican. These are our people. So yes, I love you too, Queen. I love all the Africans too, but let's start looking at our people, the progeny of this slave trade, and stop acting like, we have to worry about everybody else. Peace to everybody. Peace, Queen.
All right. I want to say, Genesis, you got to be careful And people with the talking points with Genesis, you got to be careful when you say we need to go back to Africa. First of all, Genesis, everybody over here that you may see with your skin tone, they wasn't from Africa. They didn't come from Africa. There were people here already, Genesis. That's what you need to understand. And when y'all make that claim, you make it as though everybody that you see over here with your same skin tone comes from Africa. It's not like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody didn't come from Africa. Go ahead and speak, Genesis.
I'm not talking from that framework. I'm talking from a business framework. I'm talking from the fact that other countries.
You can't even do business here first, man. You got to
hold on. Okay. All right. There's a reason why we can't do business here because it's a land. Everything is locked up, right? So therefore,
there you go.
Listen,
I'm gonna let you go. See, you are the enemy of yourself. If the Chinese, if the McDonald's, if the goddamn Arabs, if everybody could come here and open up a business, why can't you? Because you put it in your mind that I can't do it, that they are going to stop me, that the white man ain't going to let me do this. No, Genesis. If you get your money up, you can buy you a building, you can buy you a storefront, and you can do the same thing. But if you're allowing yourself to be the enemy of yourself, you ain't going to do it because you're too busy saying somebody, your boogeyman, the white man is your boogeyman. You see, they ain't gonna let me do it. The business is not gonna run right. Go ahead, Genesis. I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Hey, so I've had my business since 2000. So I've actually been in business since 2000. I'm not a person that is just talking out the side of her face about doing business. I have had my own business. I've had my own buildings. I've had my own thing. So my mind is now on a global level of economy because I'm realizing that we are no longer held down by the walls of of America where we have to only do business in America. So I'm saying, okay, I'm seeing China doing business in Africa. Okay, you talking about Haiti. Now Haiti has resources. They have gold and this, that, the other. But politically, it is held up because why? Haiti is in a flux right now. Just like I would not tell someone to go in certain parts of Africa where the country is all in a flux of political turmoil. I wouldn't say go into Haiti and try to buy some things when some warlords or whatever can come and fight, and now you have to go through a whole nother thing. So I'm saying that, but also there are different African nations that are stabilized, right? And when you go into it, because I bought things from China and Japan and different countries, and I'm seeing how this whole economy is moving of the world economy. We are so stuck only in America, but everything that we buy is Chinese, right? Everything that we own that we can say, oh, I have a couch and it's made in China, right? But we are so busy thinking that America is this great thing, but everything that they do is import. Why are we not getting into that import aspect of owning things and importing and exporting? Why are we just so stuck on this continent and not going around the world and being like other countries and other people and other business people and going outside of America and doing business? That is what I'm saying. I think you guys are missing my point. I'm not saying to say fuck America. I'm saying, why are we just stuck on just around the block, around the corner, around the way girl business when everybody else is doing global business?
All right. The question is asked. Has Genesis ever been to Africa? Yes, she's been to Africa. She explained it. Genesis, you want to answer that question for him?
Yes, I have been to Africa, and people want to just say, "Oh, you just been to Johannesburg in South Africa, in Cape Town, and that whole area," But it's enough to I've traveled around the world. I've been to different countries in Europe. Only place I haven't been is to Asia, and that's next on my list. But for me, I understand that Americans are seen as Americans no matter where they go. And my thing is that we need to do international business. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's not about whether we should just ditch being American. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we need to like engage in international commerce. If we have $1 trillion valuation in our like society, why are we only doing business in a place that our $1 trillion is not worth anything?
All right, Genesis. Let me go to Afro Times. He ain't speak yet. Afro Times, turn on the. What's up, brother? All right, let me go on over to my man Dizali. What's up, Dizali?
What's
Peace,
up,
family.
big brother Star? What's up, Queen?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Queen Nepal. Oh, you
Peace,
on?
Gonzali. Peace, brother.
Peace, sister. Peace. You know what I'm saying? I've been listening to what's been being talked about. I like some of it. I didn't like some of it. The parts that I didn't like are that what I like to say is a lot of times our people are trying to use outdated ideology. What I mean by that is stuff that may have worked in the 20th century or the 19th century, but we're in the 21st century now. We aren't going and taking over anywhere.
Right.
The first thing people have to understand is you aren't taking over anywhere unless you have a damn military that can back you up. You're talking about going to damn Africa, taking over, implementing business there. You have to understand that they don't have a government that's quite as efficient as ours in many areas. It's still big dog eat little dog. First of all, big dog eat little dog there. The only reason we can make the money that we do here is because we have a very efficient government here. You have police that'll come and catch that man that just bust you upside your damn head and took everything from you. In a lot of parts of Africa, if someone, the mayor or the police will be the ones that come and bust you upside your head and take what you have from you. So I don't think that we have a full grasp of what the world market is like. We're very spoiled being here. We're talking about going there doing business. A lot of those people starving there. They will cut your hand off because they are starving. I don't really blame them. We think we will run laps around them in business. No. Those people are natural born hustlers because they have to be. They don't have welfare. They don't have SNAP food stamps there. They have to get it. Even if you go to places like Haiti, Jamaica, those are business people. They want that money. And like the Queen said, America is the hub of capitalism. Why would we leave the hub to go out to the outer fringes? Now, I don't have any problem with us making connections there, which will be sort of kind of hard because we don't have any damn military backing. China's there because they have a big ass military with damn guns. We don't have that. We have to understand and accept, first of all, that we are Americans, whether we don't like it or not. Whether we like it or not, we are Americans. For those people talking about we don't have a country, we don't have a nationality. Yes, we do. America. That's us. And I just think that sometimes people bring some outdated ideology that's just not going to work in 2025 moving forward. That's why I always try to urge people. Yeah, some of our elders had some good stuff to say back in the 60s, 50s, very good stuff, but it won't work now. You will, if you're talking about dividing this country in any manner, you will not be backed by this country, and you may have this country fighting you. We have to understand that. If you're talking about dividing this country in any manner, so we have to move cerebrally. We can't be out here talking about we're a separate group here. We have to fully embrace that we are Americans, even though we may have it in the back of our mind that we are for black people, but we can't be out here. Oh, we doing this for the black man. It's all about the black. This country will shut you down and you ain't getting nothing done. You have to move like the Asians move, cerebrally. But that's all I have right now. So thanks, y'all.
Hey, yo, who was the brother that went over to Africa? He was a rapper. I forgot. Mos Def. Where was Mos Def at?
South Africa, Cape Town. I think.
Mos Def was locked in over there. He was trying his best to get back home.
Yeah.
They had him locked down. Now, if it's so glorious, he would have been the happiest man in the world.
No.
No.
There was a whole story about that.
What?
There was a whole thing about him trying to claim like that whole sovereign Moorish bullshit.
Yeah, right.
With another African country with that sovereignty, and then came back and they said, you know what? No, that don't exist over. Oh, that sovereign. I'm a Moor, and I'm El Bey, and here's my fake passport. You can't do that over there. So
Right.
That's how he got hemmed up. It was not because.
All right, hold on.
He got kicked out that sucker because he was trying to run that Moor bull stuff.
All right, Freedom. Let's go.
Oh, well, that's because he was under the pretense that he was African. Well, I want to say the dynamic duel, sa.neter and Nepal, you went in. Okay. I love the points that y'all made. The brother that just spoke, I love the points that he just made. Most of the time, he either getting on me about something, but I have to say that I agree with him 1,000% tonight. I just don't know what the big hype is. I think we've been manipulated terribly with the when we started calling ourselves African American, and that's the reason why it's always let's go back to Africa type thing, mentally and physically. But I'm not going over there and getting bit up with all them darn big mosquitoes and diseases and stuff. But and I still think that we're too far away. We're just too far away. See, we want to micromanage our businesses also, Genesis. We can't just get on a plane every 5 minutes running over to Africa because we don't trust them. Because what the brother just said, they're the biggest hustler manipulators I've ever met in my entire life. But and that's the honest to God truth. That is the honest to God truth. I mean, somebody was on
Hammers? You think they will make Polite look like a goddamn mouse?
Yeah, but listen also,
You talking, hold up, did you hear what I just said? You talking about scammers?
Yes.
They will make Polite look like a goddamn fly.
Some scammers. They are some big scammers and manipulators, yes.
Now, I want to say this. I have no beef with the African brothers and sisters over there. All the ones that's over here. Let me just say that. I got no problem or no beef with them, but I just don't want to go somewhere else where I know I'm not wanted at. I've been here all my life. All I know is America. I'm not going to be a fool and act like, all I know is this right here and how to build here. You can't say certain things in other people's countries. Y'all need to understand that too. I can't go over there with this black power shit and go over there and talk this the Muslims, the hell with the Muslims and Jesus Christ. God damn it, they will stone my ass to death. What?
Why I can't finish.
Tell the truth.
But here's the question, though.
That's the fact. But I was talking when I said
Hold on, y'all. Let me bring Freedom back.
Yeah, but I'm just saying now he done made me forget what I was going to say. But thank you for ending that for me, sa.neter. I'm just saying we have to look at things the way it truly is. The brother was saying, no, they like us. They are so manipulative. They'll make you think that they like you and get what they get from out of you. I just, what I'm saying, I just really feel like we should build up here. Like sa.neter even said, his family done been on. How long you said your family have been on these
over
lands?
3,000 years before Christopher Columbus, before the slave
trade. Before the slave trade.
The Shinnecock Nation been here for a long time.
Right. And I see the slave trade being different anyway than what's been told to us. They've been, But I'm just saying we need to start coming together and building here, Genesis. We really, really, really do. Maybe we can buy some stuff from. Maybe we can. Maybe wait a minute, because what? Even my friends that are from Guinea and this and you know what they do? We be out the kindness of our hearts. We be out the kindness of our hearts, sending them clothes, sneakers, shoes, anything we could send over in big barrels. Even over to Guyana and all them different places. You know what they do once they get them over there? Because you think you're sending them to people over there and they use them and they really need them. They get that stuff over there and then sell it. They get that stuff and we done did it from the kindness of our heart and stuff, sending clothing and shoes and all that over there. And they get them over there and they make a business from what we sent over there to them.
That's a good thing.
I don't know if I see that as a good, because when I send my stuff, I'm thinking I'm sending to a particular family, particular people that we come in contact with. Just like the brother said, it doesn't, you trying to make some connects. I had god sisters that were in Africa from Nigeria, and you sending them over there thinking you sending them to a particular family. You get it over there, and that's been the whole scheme. They done started a whole business with the clothes that you sent over there. They put clothes on their back. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But the dynamic duo went in. I like what the brother was saying. That's my piece to it.
Thank you. I do want to add a little bit what she said.
We need to start our businesses here.
I wanted to add and like add on to what you said. Like, she's right. We're Americans, and especially because of our history, we can't help. And I'm talking about Black Americans, progeny of well, I know you don't say slaves, but progeny of we've been downtrodden. If you don't believe you're a progeny of slaves, the Native Americans have been downtrodden by the colonizer more than I'm going to keep on saying it. Nobody else in the world has experienced what we have experienced on this continent in the United States. Now, with that understood, we are always a target. I have gotten so many phone calls from people in India, damn sure Nigeria. I have Nigerian best friends. I love you out there, but they are the biggest hustlers. And I'm not using the meaner word, SCAMMER. They are the biggest hustlers. And when they see if they see you as a U.S. citizen, it's not only that you're a U.S. citizen, they know where you came from. They know you come from. For us, living in the projects is like Beverly Hills for them compared to where they live. And I'm not trying to take off this topic, but I want to do a show later about this family, this Black family that was living in the storage. If anybody heard about that, how they had a man and a woman with 4 little children living in a storage for 3 weeks. And I looked at the background on the story. They had all their things in there. They were homeless in the United States of America. And I thought to myself about people in not Africa, in Haiti, in the Caribbean, parts of Africa, different parts of the world that are unindustrialized, that live like that. And I looked at that storage and I said, shoot, this would be a palace for a lot of those people who live in those countries. Why am I saying that? Because they are struggling, like what my brother Dizali said. We have laws that protect us. We have Karens embedded in our behaviors. We get over there. That's why we're always getting locked up. That's why most Def did thought he could go out of America talking about I'm a sovereign citizen. Here's this BS ID card or whatever. We are Americans. And so we do need to focus on what is ours. If we want to do international business, that's fine. I agree with you, Genesis. But the narrative isn't what you're saying, Genesis, isn't the narrative that's been pushed. It's abandon America. Go help them out in Africa. Abandon America.
Let me ask you, Paul.
Don't they always say, come back home, sa.neter?
Yes, let me ask you. Hold up, Genesis. Let me ask you, Nepal.
Yeah.
Will you take Genesis on this debate?
Oh, she wants to debate this?
Yes, she says she want to debate.
Debate what? That we need to do business?
Tell her what you want to smoke on, Genesis.
I think that we need to not rely. So we need to do global business. I don't think that because now that we've had this conversation, I'm not necessarily like saying that we need to like abandon America. That's not what I'm saying. I think that we are missing out by allowing ourselves to be landlocked.
Genesis, tell her you want to smoke. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, we should not be landlocked in America and American whatever. And we need to do international business. We should not be landlocked and only do business in America. Should we only just focus on America when it comes to business, or should we be global?
Okay, I say you got to go to first base first, Genesis. And if you ain't got no business here, then stop it. Bingo. Stop playing games.
We
Let me
already
go
got
to let me go to Rafu. He had his hand up.
But wait, let me drop the bomb on that one. How we
Kufu,
gonna
Huh?
don't have business in it?
Okay. So we already got business here. We already got a niche in Africa with Liberia. Some of our own Black African American ancestors have been there over 300, maybe 200 years. I don't know exactly how many hundreds of years in Liberia. So we need to think on a global power level, not a lackey to the American white man's name, because there is no name called America in any of our cultures that was given to us. I understand we are Americans, and that's okay. Stay here. We should. We got family here. We got roots here. Stay here. Build this up. But get international trade, like Genesis said, particularly with your original family in the mother continent, because the majority of us, whether you like it or not, are from the African diaspora. You may have some brothers over here. A few of y'all might have trickled in because the white man put y'all in our car. If y'all got a problem, y'all can get out our car. It's no problem. If the white man allow you, he won't allow you though. He's gonna keep telling you you're African American. I don't care if you call Shinata, what you said, sa.neter, or whatever y'all claiming. They ain't gonna respect that. They're gonna still call you an African American, call you in slavery. So you can fight that all you want. We're not gonna fight you on that. We'll let you go. Bye. But
let me say before I bring in Chad, Genesis keeps saying we need to set up businesses there. You would be bankrupt before the year is out. Because number one, if you're not them and you don't speak their language, they're not going to patronize your ass. So cut it out. They're not.
You're wrong. You're not understanding.
Wait, hold up.
They don't even patronize you here.
Tell the truth.
Like setting up a business in Africa is not.
Hold on, I know it's hurting. Genesis. But they don't
listening.
They don't. You know what? I've been out on these streets, Genesis. I told you, for 20 plus years on 125th Street. I can't even remember when an African came up to me and bought anything from me.
Fact.
But how can you buy things from Africa? If you have a land and you're able to generate something, you can sell it to other countries. But the thing is, we're so fucking stupid.
Oh, man.
We only think about when we do business, we can only do business.
Profanity.
I'm sorry, excuse me. We only think that
you keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up, huh? Cause the next thing you don't know, huh?
No profanity, Dick Gregory.
sa.neter just did that.
I'm sorry.
Nepal, stop doing that, Nepal.
No, I swear, Genesis, you know that's sa.neter's favorite.
Nepal.
Me out, didn't he? Come on,
Nepal, you got to stop doing that, Nepal. Stop doing that. Hey, Chad, go ahead, brother.
I didn't finish.
No. Y'all
do China only do business in China?
I never finished. Hold up, Genesis. I never finished. Hold up, Genesis. I want to say that we need to hold our family down this side. We need to get economically inclined, but we need to connect with that family, and we need not a we lose they win type of business plan. We need a win-win plan. So we need some land over there that we can take our boats, go over there, get some natural resources, come back and sell them wholesale. So we don't have to go to Mr. Wong's shop to get hair and then try to sell it to my sister on the street. I gotta sell it to her double the price. He can sell it to you half the price because he's getting it straight from them cargoes from Long Beach or wherever y'all do in New York, where the trucks come in and pick up those trailers off the ocean when they come in from their countries. We need to, like Garvey tried to do, get boats to West Africa and get wholesale natural resources and teach our people how to sew and all and make the stuff here and then sell it on the market with a good price. I can sell you soap now for 50 cents instead of $1.50 just to make back what I got. So we got to think on a global scale for us first, but we can look at all of our advantages that we have. We have it blessed to be connected to Africa, the greatest resource place on earth. Let's think of our politics, how to get some of that resource to benefit us. That's it.
All right, go ahead, Pat.
Peace. What up, sir?
All right, peace, bro.
I just wanted to say, like, I just think every time we have these conversations, like, we confusing race, ethnicity, and nationality. Like, we're conflating those things and trying to make them one. Like, yes, we all black. Like, Africans are black, Black Americans are black, Jamaicans are black, Haitians are black. Like, we understand that. But as an ethnic group, African Americans, we're a unique group. You know, the difference between ethnic group and race is that ethnic group is based off of shared history, culture, and customs, and that
See,
race is a social construct created by white people. So yeah, we can have black pride and all that stuff, but like the back to Africa thing, I think it is good in spirit because in college I'm an African American studies major. So like I definitely was learned from like a pan-African mindset, but at the same time, like as an ethnic group, when you look at our ethnicity, like African Americans are unique. We got a unique genetic makeup. Like if you Google the genetic makeup of African Americans, we mostly West African, we like 20% European and a sprinkle of Native American. Like that's just the story of our people. So, and then the other thing too, I think like people be conflating when we saying go back to Africa. Africa is a continent with many countries.
right,
When we was brought to America, there were no countries yet. The Berlin Conference didn't happen.
right.
So when you say go back to Africa, like what country gonna take us? Because if you do a genetic test, you got Nigerian in you, you got Congolese in you, you got Angolan in you, you got all types of those mixes of people. So I just think like when we have these conversations, we gotta really take a step back and think about the words that we use and understand that like, there's a difference. And the last thing I was gonna say too is, like, okay, like when I was in college, I tried to join the Nigerian Student Association because, you know, I was reading Marcus Garvey books and I'm pro-black. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get, man, my African brothers and sisters, and they still my brothers and sisters. They took one look at me and said, bro, you ain't no African. And I'm like, I was like, bro, I am African, my brother. Da, 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 da. They like, I mean, nah, we get what you're saying, but you something else. So, and I don't think they're wrong with that, but that's all I want to say.
All right, Sankofa, you want to go in, and then we got Dizali.
So, oh man, it was a minute ago since I wanted to respond, but yeah, it was the silence mode going on. But someone said, how come we don't focus on the countries in the Caribbean and the countries in South Africa, South America, right? And the theology, the philosophy of Pan-Africanism actually says that we should do what we should do, but the philosophy of Pan-Africanism also says we should take care of ourselves, our family, and our community first. It's like a web that expands. Like we can't help anybody if we can't help ourselves, and we really can't help our community if we can't help our family, and we can't help any nation if we can't help our community. So we have to be effective on all of those levels, and if we're not effective on any one of those levels, we need to make ourselves effective on those levels. We can't think about Africa if we ain't got a place to stay ourselves. We can't think about Africa if we can't take care of our families. If you're not taking care of your children, if you're not at least trying to do something with that ex-girlfriend of yours that's got your baby, then you don't really, thinking about Africa is one thing that should be in there, but you should be more or less thinking about how you can improve your family's lives and making sure you don't create generational trauma in your children, right? That's Pan-Africanism philosophy and theology. But the idea is not dump America, jump to Africa. That's not the idea. The idea is the connections. What is good about what we had? What can we salvage from our past to bring into our future so that we can, to bring into our present so that we can make a great future, not to forget any of our past in America or our past in Africa. How can we merge the two to syncretize them, like our brothers and sisters have done in the Caribbean, like our brothers and sisters have done in South and in the southern parts, the southern states of America, and make a better life for ourselves and our community? That's the goal. That's the idea. See where the connections are, see what connections can be made, make those connections and make them serve our community and our people. Not forget and abandon them when they're out there to be reached. And therefore, we look at other communities and we're going to be like, look, these Chinese people coming in doing this, and the third. Look at these Indians coming in doing this, and the third. Look at all these other communities coming in doing this, and the third. When our capable brothers and sisters who identified early the war that we were in order to make us dysfunctional adults, and have been capable in our own lives so that we have the capacity to improve the community in other aspects of our life. So those brothers and sisters can make those connections and do it for other people. We can import acai, we can import moringa. You know what moringa does for the body, brother? Moringa is like a super herb that it does for the body. It grows wild out there. We could go ahead and get some land, get some people to work that land for like $100 a month, and then import the product and sell it in Whole Foods. But everybody hate Africa. You hate Africa so much you can't even think on that level. So that's why anyway, I'm gonna chill out.
It's not that you hate Africa, you just love yourself so much. But like Dr. Khalid Muhammad said, you go to Christian countries, you find the white Christian on top, the black Christian on the bottom. You go to socialist countries, you find the white socialists on top, the black socialists on the bottom. You go to Sudanese or Sudan, and you'll find the white Sudanese on top and the black Sudanese on the bottom. Somebody go knock on Brother Lai's door and ask him, how come he never talk about this? Because this is going on right now.
Halwas are Islamic schools that have existed in Sudan for hundreds of years. There are nearly 30,000 of them, and they are celebrated for providing free education to children across the country.
عندنا طلبة بمختلف أعمارهم 120 طالب. لا نأخذ من أي طالب شيء مالي، يعني مجمع خيري معتمد على الأوقاف.
Halwas receive money from the government, private donors in Sudan, and from around the world.
أنت بعد ما تخلص القرآن دار تعمل شنو؟ دار تبقى شيخ؟
The students' day starts at 3:30 a.m. for dawn prayer and is followed by sessions on reading, writing, and reciting verses from the Quran.
كل إنسان مثل هذا يأتي ويقرأ إلى الشيخ ويصحح، الشيخ يصححه ما كتبه بعد صلاة الصبح.
Most students live inside the halwa and stay as long as it takes to memorize the Quran.
Do you see the programming? They are children, and so they program. I told you, you don't know nothing about no Allah. You don't know nothing about God. You don't know nothing about Jesus until they program it and put it into you.
ما قدرت ترجع البلد هناك تاني الجنينة تمشي زيارة في قلوة هناك دمشق ليه ما تمشي تقرا فيها كان هناك بيجنزوا الناس خذها ساعة.
This is considered to be a good halwa. The children here seem happy and relaxed.
يعني مثلا إذا إنه في شخص ارتكب خطأ.
Look, hold on. Let me bring it up.
تعنيف بالخلاوي في السودان.
He's doing voodoo. Oh, voodoo. He's doing his voodoo.
أنا كنت موجود في البيت حوالي الساعة 8. في شخص صديق في الفيسبوك عمل لي إشارة. لما أنا فتحت البوست لقيت فيه صور كانت مفزعة لأطفال مضروبين ضرب مبرح يعني بطريقة وحشية جدا جدا.
It was these two 14-year-old boys, Ismail and Mohammed Nader. They were taken to Bakhri Hospital in Khartoum. I went there immediately. Their injuries were sickening and deeply disturbing.
حاجزهم في غرفة من يوم السبت ولا أكل ولا شراب ومتسحين لهم.
You bring it up.
So is that because they didn't memorize something in the Quran?
That's the longest war on planet Earth, the Sudan, the Arabs, and the blacks.
No, I was asking Sai, was that those
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can grow moringa right here in America. Just to say.
Look, y'all.
Reports of widespread abuse inside these schools. We saw children shackled like animals and brutally beaten, some to within an inch of their lives. We heard stories of sexual abuse.
Look at this.
We confronted the sheikhs in charge of these schools. And we met the families who never dared push for justice until now.
يا احنا ده بنودينا ما عشان يعذبوه ولا عشان كون مثلا ينضرب ولا 2 3 لا انه يتعلم قرآن.
That's all I want because I don't want to get hit.
I saw that a while ago, like years ago. That is terrible.
Yeah.
So
like all the boys inside of the Catholic Church, how the Pope be raping them.
So this is the one thing I want to say, right? So Dr. Bobby, who was it? Dr. Bobby Wright, I think in the United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept Workbook for Victims of White Supremacy said that we are up against the system of white supremacy in all areas of human activity, including education, economics, religion, politics, labor law, religion, sex, and war. I think I might have repeated something, right? So whenever we do a thing, we have to understand that we are fighting a system and its control over that area of activity. Even this right here, we are going against the system and then trying to enlighten the community's minds to certain conversations that are happening within the Black community that are counter to the dominant narrative. So when we talk about doing anything outside our community and improving the condition of melanated peoples wherever they may find themselves in the world, anytime we find resistance in our minds and coming from the actions of other people, we have to take into account what effect did colonialism have on that mind to make it do what it's doing. And then we have to know that we have to engage in a struggle with it. Just as we have to engage in the struggle at home, we're going to have to engage in that struggle abroad, period. You know, regardless if we go to Haiti or Africa, it's going to be the same mindset that we're up against. It's going to be the mindset to maintain the status quo and the dominant system to be dominant over us.
Can I add something? If that's Sankofa, I want to ask him and everybody. I'm looking at that video, which is heartbreaking. When we talk about dominant systems, isn't religion that's led, the religions that are led, aren't those dominant systems that are led by their male-led systems? And so I heard you say some things like, we have to think about melaninated people. So are we also talking about melaninated Indian people? Are we talking about melaninated people who are so-called Native Americans? We might as well just look at all people, right, who are downtrodden by systems that is not mostly only race, but we're talking about male-led systems that have since the beginning of civilization have used the weaker people as have exploited the weaker people. The indigenous people who didn't live in the system of war and violence that they dominate with, they go and they take over those type of people. So, you know, when we start saying melaninated and then we say all melaninated people, then we're not worried about just our people who are foundational Black Americans, right? So I added, you know, I put two things in there for you to address, 2 subjects. The subject of the real issue that it's male dominance worldwide, and people can, I really don't care if you call me a feminist. We're going to tell the truth, right? This religion is led by men. It is said that women and children are consequential, to say it nicely, or just expendable, which is more like it, and exploitable. So what about that? What about the people who are being dominated and exploited by male systems?
So, Dr. Bobby Wright analyze this area of activity, religion, right? I will deal with the feminism as well. Because Obati Shaka and African mothers, the return to the African mother principle, male-female equality, address that as well. But so I'll address both questions. Religion has to be analyzed because it is definitely through religion that domination has been spread in the other areas of activity. Right, so we have to analyze it and critique it. And then I say melanated people because it is the melanated man and woman that is experiencing colonization of the mind, body, and the soul through these people. Right, you can be Native American. I've been in Native American
Are the
sweat lodges, right?
Palestinians melanated? Are they under that umbrella? The Palestinians?
So I'm gonna finish my thought and then go forward with that one. So
Sure, I just want to throw that out there so you can address that.
The Native Americans need to reclaim their culture. If you want to be Native American, go to the lodge. Go through the 7 rituals that make you part of their nation. You know what I'm saying? Do a sweat lodge. Do a spirit walk. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and do a 3-day fast inside the woods where you're sitting in a circle that is only 3 feet wide and stay there in the 3 days and 3 nights fasting and praying. You know what I'm saying? Go back and reclaim your culture. That's what they have taken from us. It is our culture. And then, that's Bobby Wright. It's that psychopathic racial personality. Who was Dr. Amos? No, not Amos. But anyway, and so we have to analyze this religion, all of them, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, that has been given, Judaism really, the Hebrew Israelites is kind of a new thing. Christianity and Islam really spread and try to tell you that they are, they dominate the whole world. But we have to analyze them for what it is and then show the goodness in them and the falsehood. Right now, in relationship to the feminism that came, or the sexism that came with the spread of this Western male-dominated culture, that this Western man brought to the melanated man and woman, we have to go back and reclaim our African-centered ways, where, like Obati Shaka says, all just males and females were equally empowered to govern society. What does that mean? That means you have gone through the rites of passages of your particular tradition in order to govern your society. You have been initiated into your cultural ways of governing your society. Now, if you've been to Africa and you've been to the villages and you've been inside governing councils, those governing councils consist of both kings and queens. When you're sitting in the governing councils in the village, you're sitting with kings and you're sitting with queens, men and women who have gone through their initiation systems and who are equally empowered to govern their society. So when I go to Africa and I'm sitting amongst those councils, I'm not sitting just with men, I'm sitting also with women, accountable to both.
All right. Let me put in my disclaimer first. Say cool. You heard me say I got love for my brothers. Hold up, Nepal. Hold up, Nepal. You heard me say I got love for my brothers and stuff now. All right. So you wanted to say something real quick, Nepal, before I bring on Sekou? You're breaking up, Nepal. You're breaking up. You're breaking up, Nepal. You're breaking up.
Villages in Africa.
Nepal, you're breaking up.
I have to come back in.
Okay.
I know. I have to come back in, but coming back.
But I did want to say something before he gets on, because you're
talking. No. Hold up, Genesis. Hold on. Just debate going on. Yeah, come on in. All right, brother Sekou, what you got?
Peace and blessings, sa.neter.
Peace, brother.
Peace to the panel. It's been a while.
And Naphtali, bring your butt up in here. What you scared of? You talking all that junk? You scared to come in? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Sekou. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been following. First of all, I want to start by paying tribute to Great Baba Heru, who've passed. I watched the video with you and Jabari and others. I've been following. I've not entered the house, but I've been following everything. So rest in power to Baba Heru. May he be justified in the hall of Ma'at. May he become Ma'akeru, the great Baba, for the job he has done. May his legacy live on. May we all carry on his legacy for the great things that he has done. So I just want to put that out there first, to pay respect to the ancestor for what he has done in the community. And now to the subject. I I don't know exactly what is being discussed in detail, but I saw the video of the people being abused reading the Quran. Some of us went through some of that. It's called the madrasa. The madrasa system is an abusive educational system in West Africa and many places that they inherited from the Hammurabi system, where the children are beaten, punished, and tortured to learn the Quran. And the issue of religion is that religion is the greatest deception that mankind has ever invented. One of the greatest deception ever. The first thing you have to know is the religion does exact opposite of what it says it is. For example, when Christianity is a religion of love, it does exactly the opposite of love. Where Islam says a religion of peace, it actually does exactly the opposite of peace. So, but the deception there is for you to think it is about peace, but it is not. And Christianity has never been about love. Throughout history, it has done everything besides love. So, for Sister Nepal comment about the patriarchy and of religion, we can talk about that, but we have to be specific about African history and culture. When we say melanated people, we are talking about melanated people of African descent that have the African ancestry and culture. You have to be very specific. The culture is very important because you can go Papua New Guinea and find Black people maybe much darker than African Americans or West Africans, but they are not part of our community because they do not share the African culture and history. So the history, culture, language, these are things you have to look at when you want to put a group together. So we share a lot of that as African people, different from the Indian melanated people and other people around. Our culture did not talk about equality. It's about equity. Women and men, we don't say they are equal in African society per se, but there was equity where the role of a woman was not to be a servant. That was never the intention. It has always been that she has a very powerful role as well, even though the man is the head. That has to be very clear. The man has been the head of the family in African society, but the woman has a very powerful authority as well. It is only in Africa that we saw the women rise into power, ruling kingdoms in the very ancient time when it was not possible in Europe, it was not possible in many parts of the world. It's only on our continent when the pantheons of gods have females and males. Where even in Islam, you don't even find a female angel. There is no female angel in the Quran or the Bible. But all the ancestral gods or deities in Africa have female, or Oshun, the Yamojal, you can name them. You have all the female in there. So the fact that we even deified women from the very beginning shows that our society was never about oppression of women. The patriarchy was a European and Eurasian thing. That was the play where the man has the power to sell his wife into slavery, sell you, and then get the proceeds. We never did that on the continent. I want to stop there.
Great. Can I come in now? I'd like to address both brothers. That's great. We know that there is the deification of the woman and the divine. I'm talking about what's happening actually, not in the religious spiritual text or in types of pockets of villages of Africa. I'm talking about religion, which whether or not it was brought there by Arabs, it is very much African now. And I'm talking about how there's female genital mutilation going on all over Africa, all over the world. But because there's a strong Muslim presence, women are not treated like, I don't put it this way. Show me where women are ruling and making decisions for African people in anywhere on the continent. You won't find that. There may be people, as I said, queens that are revered in different villages and with different tribes. But I'm talking about the actual country and how their societies work. Not just Africa. And you were saying that I won't see any history of women ruling. Catherine the Great, she was in Russia. She ruled. She was treated terribly, and her history said that she's a whore, just like all other women who have led and done something. The male narrative that is put out on them is that they were whores or they did something that was not right, but they still ruled for a while, like Queen Elizabeth. It's not just Africa. My thing is this: we're focusing on when the brother said he's thinking about people and the dominant and who's ruling. If we're going to talk about who's ruling, let's talk about the male dominance, because I'm going to say it again. That was the soliloquy that you did and the other brother about how there's feminine divine. Women are not doing all of this stuff that we saw happening on that video. That's male, and it's African males. I don't care if the colonizer came in and taught them. They're doing it. So if we're going to worry about saving people, let's tell the truth that religion is ruling our people and it's male-led, and they're torturing women and children. I like that conversation more than, hey, who should we do business with? Because that's a real problem worldwide. One thing the black man has in common with the white man, you love to keep the woman and the children down.
I want to say something about that because I think that.
Hold on, Genesis. I know you want to get in, but I gotta allow Sekou to respond.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna let you in, Genesis.
Yeah. First of all, Sister Napa, I agree with you with most of the things you said, but I just few things I want to point out. When I said women rule in Africa, I didn't say women didn't rule other parts of the world. I said at a time when African women were ruling, when you go to Kemet and Sudan, for example, when the Kandake were ruling, I say at that time, it was difficult to find a female ruler. There was no female ruler in Rome or in Greek culture that were rising to power to rule over the entire nation. All the Caesars of Rome, they were not putting women up there. There were no women pope to per se, even though there are some. But I'm saying that in the BC, in the ancient time, when African women were still ruling, it was not common to find it in other societies. That was why I'm speaking of timeline. Then I will also say that on the continent, right now as we speak, the president of my country in the year 2003 or so, we elected the first female president in Liberia, where United States, the longest democracy, has never elected a woman. In my country,
Yeah, and here in the United States, sure.
Hold on.
For president.
Nepal, let him finish.
Oh, I thought he stopped talking. My bad.
We elected a female president to rule in Liberia. As I speak to you right now, the president of Tanzania is a woman.
Yeah.
I speak to you right now, the president of another African country.
Mauritius.
Yeah, there's a president of Mexico is a woman too.
Yeah,
but that's not answering my question.
Let me finish.
But that's not talking about the issue.
You gotta let him finish, Nepal. Go ahead, Sekou.
There are more than 4 African countries right now ruled by women. I'm talking about vice president, as head of states and president. Now, the religion part, I wanted to be very clear. You say it is African now. No. If an African convert into KKK, it doesn't mean KKK is now an African religion. If an African American joined KKK, it doesn't make KKK an African American culture. Africans have joined Islam and Christianity, and those two religions will never be African. It doesn't matter how long. They are superimposed through colonial methods, slavery, and colonialism that they came. So they are never the original culture of African people. So every patriarchy that was gotten from this religion must be attributed to those religions.
All right.
Okay.
I can say something on that point because I'm going to forget. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Go ahead and say what you need to say because that's absolutely off of what I was saying. I'm going to address it. Go ahead, Robin.
I know you probably going to say something good, but I
go ahead.
I'm saying, he's saying that there will never be African religions. Say, Q, why, if you know that and you're from Africa and those Africans, why would they beat them kids and the women and stuff like that to the point where they're raping them because they won't remember a Quran's verse? I mean, come on. I mean, it sounds like you're taking up for Africa in some type of way about the religions, but they got their own minds. They are bullying. They are power-stricken control freaks. And like Nepal said, they're men-driven. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And they are actually, did you hear what the little boy, the worst thing that they do is rape them. That means sexually, excuse me for using that word, sa.neter. I know y'all use another word, but that means sexually abusing them, okay, because they will remember a Quranic verse and beating them to the point, and then the moms can't even take up for their kids. That could never happen in America. That could never happen here. Never.
And I want to, before he addresses it, I want to, you spoke actually what I was going to say, Robin. Thank you. You can say the KKK will never be, no, they are things to African children as African people. Whatever you want to say, I get it. I would want to distance myself from that as well. But they are killing, beating, raping their own children in the name of Allah. So yes, they have made it shamefully. They have made it now African. Whether you want to say it's not, of course we know the roots of it. But they have made it for their own, so much that they have even harmed their own children for that religion. So I'm going to get back to what I asked. Since we're talking about fighting power, why don't we start with the male-led religions and countries that take on these religions, like countries in Africa, countries around the world, not just Africa, but we're talking about Africa, right? If we know so much better and we care so much about melaninated, why don't you care as African men about your women and children? And I want you to address female genital mutilation on that continent when you come back in here as an apologist for Africa, my friend Sekou. I have a lot of love for you, but you need to tell the truth about the bloody actions of the men in Africa in the name of Allah and in the name of Jesus too. You need to say, we can't keep on blaming the white man. Those are African men that are doing those in the name of Jesus and Allah. That's who's over there doing that to their own people. Please talk about that.
My friends from Africa want to get away from Africa because of the abuse.
Unmute yourself, Sekou.
Yes. So I don't know what I'm even confused what they are accusing me of. First of all, I'm not an African apologist. I don't know why Sis Nepal says that. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I consider myself an Afrocentric Pan-African. I'm not an African apologist. Now, let's deal with the topic. I'm saying those things you are seeing, those cultures are Islamic and they are from Judeo-Christian culture. You know what happened in the Middle Ages in Europe? The European, what they did to women, they burned them on the stake, calling them witches. All of these cultures are now replaying in Africa because they inherited religion and culture that is not theirs. I'm not even saying the African culture itself does not need reform, but I'm saying this very thing we are addressing, they come from Middle East, they come from these cultures. Now, are they being perpetuated by Africans? Yes. But these Africans, just because they are out there, their mind, their body, the skin color is African, doesn't mean their mind is African. There are African people who are black in skin color, but their thinking is anti-African. You don't know that? You don't know there are so many Africans who are anti-African? So the fact that they are just on the continent doesn't mean that their mind is following the culture. Do you think in Sudan, I will give you an example where this is happening. People are beaten in school not to speak African language. Are you aware of that? In Sudan, you get punished and kicked out of school for speaking an African language. Is that an African society?
Yes, it is an African society. Yes, it is.
It's society.
No, it actually is. You said it's in the Sudan. That's Africa.
I didn't
That's
interrupt
Africa.
you.
Paul, let him finish.
He asked me a question. I answered him.
I didn't interrupt you. So I just
You asked
want
me a question.
So no, it's a rhetorical question. It's not really. So let me tell you, at the beginning of the, let me say, 21st century, there were three schools of thought on the continent. I'll be very brief. There was the Ali Manzuri from Kenya. He brought a theory called the triple heritage of Africa. He said that Africa we inherited three cultures: our indigenous culture, the Arabic Islamic culture, and the European Judeo-Christian and secular culture. So he said these cultures we inherited, they have become African. I think that's the school of thought you are using right now to judge Africa. Then there is another school of thought, which is the Diopian school of thought, which is that Africa must go back to its original roots to define itself. These cultures were superimposed just a few centuries ago, where we've existed thousands of years. Let us make reference to our own classical culture and make reform. We cannot make any reform within Islam because it's not ours. We cannot make reform within Christianity because it's not ours. We must return to our original root and make reform that is African. That is the struggle we have on the continent. No African country right now that is using even an African language for advanced studies. They all use European language and Western languages. So I'm saying the culture you are addressing is an Islamic culture, and it is a Judeo-Christian culture, not an African culture. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
I want to ask him to answer something.
Hold on.
Okay.
I want to ask you, Brother Lai is asking you, Brother Sekou, how does your mother and father feel about this stuff you spewed on sa.neter channel and other internet channels? Meaning about, the stuff you talk about Islam and all that stuff. How do your parents feel about that?
Wow. Bro, Allah, first of all, edit the spelling of feeling.
Right.
That's not how to spell feeling. So first of all, I don't know how they feel because both of them are dead. So I don't know how they feel in the land of the dead. I don't know that. But if they were alive, I would tell them that I have the facts before me, and I was born with a mind, and the mind I was born with to make me reason. And based on my reasoning, I'm allowed to make analysis to know what is right and wrong. So that's all I'm going to tell them. So I find out that religion is a scam, and it has scammed people. There is nothing. Religion does not allow us to think. It allows us to believe. And believe is not rational, because to believe is to doubt. So therefore, it does not allow us to think. The dogma in religion prevents you from questioning reality. And that is the reason why I do not believe it. That doesn't mean I cannot have some thinking or some speculation about life, but that speculation is not in dogma. I can always give it up if there is another truth. If a truth is unveiled, I give it up. But religion does not give up its dogma. No matter what kind of reality they face, they stick with their dogma. You believe Prophet Muhammad held the sun and the moon in his hand.
Go ahead, teach.
Yeah, but I still wanted to respond to him.
I know that. Come on. Go ahead, bro.